2-point conversion. Yeah, he does. He was going for a 2-point conversion. Applejack's going for the field goal. Spike tries to fall back in the end zone. You know, if you catch him there, then technically that's a conversion. I don't know. Does that work if you're doing a field goal in football and you kick it short and when somebody on your team catches it? Is that just like a foot pass? Because technically when you're like, I guess when you're kicking it normally to the other team, like a punt or something, I don't think your team can just pick it up. I think it has to hit the ground first. Yeah, I don't know the rules on that stuff. So I wonder, can somebody just like do a really soft kick and just try to get it to somebody? I think accuracy would be a problem, but. And yes, I was like a minute or two late. Michael came in the door. He said that the zombie apocalypse had started, and I was slightly concerned, but I asked if the zombies could come back tomorrow, and they said okay. Very nice zombies. Is he a zombie too? I don't know. You could ask him. I mean, when he did come in, I mean, I'm not sure what he quite said. He kind of just said, but he sounds like that anyway. You can't touch the ball if your team kicks it unless the other team touches the ball. That's what I thought. Well, no. Well, then there's a slight stipulation that if you do an onside kick, it doesn't have to touch anybody there. It only has to go 10 yards, I believe. After 10 yards, you can catch it. But I think it has to hit the ground first. But like, well, I guess as I say, you could like, what if you're going for a field goal? You could technically just kick it to the end zone or kick it off to like the 1 yard line to put the team in a horrible position. But then you'd also be giving up the potential for like 3 points, which in all is way more valuable than just giving the other team a bad position on the field. So, football. Michael will be down to 1 more minute. He's doing food. So we can get started before then. I gotta adjust my camera here. I did adjust some things in the room here. There's no more chairs over here off to the side. It's just actually it's a pile of horses and a blanket and lizard doggo. But we'll move the chairs out. I'm going to be moving my whole desk over and basically just keeping the space more open. It's just all my cabling right now is pretty sorted to exactly this length, and now I need 2 more feet. So it's I need to go and do a lot of adjusting before I can start doing that. Anyway, where are we at on this? Did I actually? Oh yeah, I started animating him. I didn't. He's not that far off of just of just the initial blend. Probably work on that a bit. For one, I'm gonna turn the volume down. There we go. It's way better with the sound effects. We didn't determine yeah, we didn't determine a next shot. Probably gonna be cutting somewhere around there though. So yeah, let's focus, I think, on this one. I want to get the initial, like, some of this stuff finalized. You can catch it behind the line of scrimmage as per the NFL Rulebook Section 9, Rule 3, Subclass 2. Wait, so if he messes up a kick and like goes straight up, so wait, you could do like a lateral with a kick as long as it doesn't go past the line of scrimmage. Again, at that point, throwing is way more accurate, and the kicker could just be taught to like throw it. It would be completely worthless otherwise. It would be considered a free kick. Okay. I mean, throwing is always better, but sometimes throwing people off or doing something way outside the norm is fine. But most players are just, that's the ball, that's the person I'm assigned to, everything else doesn't matter. So, yeah. I don't care too much about football, though. I used to, I would say watch it, but at least keep track of what's going on. But I could care less. I know the Packers lost, and because one of the guys at work is a big Packer fan, he didn't say anything, but somebody else is a Vikings fan, and since the Vikings are out, they definitely had to go and talk to them about how much the Packers messed up. I love the people that are football fans and using the power of hindsight determine how the team messed up and how here's all the things that they should have done, and that they're such an expert because, like, well, why'd they do that? Because it just led to this. Well, yeah, when you see the outcome, it's really easy to figure out what you should have done. I just find it funny. When he kind of goes down, oh, those hands. This is from here to here. Okay. Okay, that's fine. His hands are not correct. They're like clipping through. I'll fix that. But if I don't talk about that, then what do I talk about during the game? Okay, touche. It is required by some stupid rule that at some point during any football game, somebody must yell the words, "Come on." Like something shitty just happens, like, "Oh, come on." Yet the other team is all excited because their team actually is being competent. That's not what I want to do. Oh, it doesn't help though that our local sports team hasn't won a championship in Oh, actually, I was going to do something here and then I forgot. There. There. They said on the radio today that the Vikings have gotten like the NFC whatever championship like 3 times, but have never went to the Super Bowl. We've had the Super Bowl in Minnesota at the old Metrodome. Actually, my dad went to that Super Bowl. He was doing copier repair, and so he basically was on standby in case there was problems. So he actually was in the press box, I believe. Oh, that flower is tied still to... it's tied to his hand. We gotta unlock it. I'm just concerned about other things. Yeah, now it's a little wobbly, but we'll figure that out later. All right, now I did that so I could maintain the timing that I had here. So we'll just fix the arm so it feels a little bit more legit. Okay, so then this goes back a little bit. How's everybody's week been? Only 2 days in, but I kept thinking today was Thursday. Somebody said it like, see you Thursday, and I'm like, my brain was just in Thursday mode. I don't know why. So I downloaded FNF and Pony mods with it for Babs Need, and I haven't I'm having so much fun with the songs. FNF, what is FNF? The Five Nights at Freddy's? You can use the FNAF. The team loses if one doesn't say come on. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, that definitely seems like a rule that should be there. Okay, that should be fixed now. So I think this was locked to his right hand. Friday Night Funkin', okay. Never played. Where is it moving? It should like not move at all till right here. Oh yeah, okay. Nope. Oh. Okay, so actually I have to unlock this. And then out. Okay, now relock it. It's not to be locked anymore either. Wait, why did I do your left hand? Right hand. Damn it. Okay. Okay, now it's not moving. Right hand. I'll have to unlock it and double check it afterwards. It's gonna be a little goofy. Locks and unlocks are stupid. You got a little high. He's like, oh god. The cocaine flower. Didn't know the cocaine flower is red, but I'll learn something. Oh yeah, Ramada is just kind of running in place. I need to fix that too. She's also just kind of floating in place. Let's also fix that. Wait, is this slightly off? Oh, I condensed this. Okay, wonderful. I'm gonna have to try to get a match. Close enough. And where's the positional thingies? Where's my lines? Well, that's not good. It's like something else. See, your head doesn't have it either. I don't see it there either. I'm gonna save and quit when something's being funky. I gotta move my camera back. It should be over here. I'm wondering why that was a little bit off. Because of the room changes, I didn't have to have my green screen up the normal way, so I just put my camera over there. There. Yeah. Okay, here might go using the restroom. He'll be down in. It's after poop. Okay, hopefully that wasn't a poop. Or he definitely didn't clean after the poop. It was a very fast poop. Hello, Karina. See if I can see my things now. Yeah, I can. So I don't know what was being goofy before, but Michael just made a bunch of noise, and that always concerns me. Okay, so I need to move this to where the line is pretty much straight. You have to grab a chair. I can grab one. Michael's complaining because I didn't have a chair ready for him. He thinks he's important. I have no obligation to get you a chair. You can sit on the floor.
Crazy empty feeling now.
Mm-hmm. Well, before it was there to do nothing, so.
You saying I'd have to sit on the floor with Rainbow Dash and Lizard Doggo? Because that sounds pretty fun.
But if I move over a couple feet this way, though, it gives you a lot more room.
Right? Sure. If you keep moving over that way, I can get even more room. But, you know, keep going. Keep going. Oh, keep going. There we go. It's gotten better. Move up a little bit.
No, you keep going that way.
It's a wall.
Just go outside. Go knock on the neighbor's door.
That window.
Like, can I move in here?
It's the Michael Joe as it should be. How is everyone? I'm sure it's Friday night. Legendary. Oh, the grass looks very nice. Very fuzzy.
It's the same grass I had last time.
Yeah, but you like blurred it and it makes it look fuzzier.
No, it didn't. Like, it was the exact same last time.
It looks fuzzy when it's all blurred.
Take off your put on your glasses, maybe. I don't know.
Fuzzy grass is good. It is a normal Tuesday. Real bummer. Another week to survive. Unlike Spike.
He'll survive. I said he was going for a 2-point conversion at the end, and I heard like that doesn't make any sense, but it does because he doesn't go through the upright. He tries to fall back down.
He does.
So then that means that they could get 2 points, but
they recover. Yeah.
But then Applejack's like, no,
she wants him through the.
no, let's kick him again.
Got get him through the hoop.
I think this. Whoa!
I got a tail in his face.
Whoa!
He's like, good go, Rainbow Dash.
Whoa! Like, where's Rainbow Dash? Whoa!
Amazing. He's skip. No. So how y'all on this fine Tuesday that I'm here? You can start paying attention. Good vibes. Good vibs. Like me some vibs. Gonna use your tail as a pillow. Very comfy horse tail. You hear in chat would want a horsetail.
And he's like, you jealous, Michael? I get to touch the horse butt. Horse butt.
Is the tail part of the butt? I don't know. Where does the butt end and where does it
smells like poopy?
No, I would hope not.
It's a horse tail. What do you think?
They bathe. They proper hygiene.
Bathe every time they poop. They take a shower.
They clean up, I'd imagine. No one wants to go around and smell like poop.
It's for flies. So point of tails.
Balance.
Balance?
Yeah.
You think that a horse's tail is enough to give it
It
balance?
helps. That's what most animals use tails for.
Like a prehensile one, sure. But
Horses
there's
have
like
one.
no weight.
There's a lot of tail in there, and there's the hair is weight.
Oh, it's to get rid of flies because the flies want to
That
poop.
also helps. It helps with that.
Oh, let me farm, buddy. So, Michael, how's the zombie apocalypse going?
There's zombie apocalypse I was unaware of. It's going very poorly if I'm not a zombie yet. Like, I would be like, top 10 guys first turn into it.
Remember Zombieland? The very beginning, where they make a reference to that.
No, sorry, big guy.
Yeah, the big guys that get taken out first.
Yes. It's like, sorry, big guy. If I learned anything, the way to survive a zombie apocalypse, just cover yourself in like pots and pans and stuff.
To be super loud?
Yeah, no, so you can fight them. It's your armor. Armor, pots and pans. Because how well is a zombie gonna fare against somebody like clad in like medieval armor? He can't really get to you.
With pots and pans, there's plenty of gaps.
Yeah, but I'm not. Yeah, pots and pans, but better.
But if it's already flesh that is of a dead person, there is no pain. So hitting them with anything literally does nothing.
What about sword?
You have to either
Talk about medieval knights versus zombies.
you have to break the infrastructure of the creature. So you'd have to break its bones or sever a connection to something
That's
important.
what swords are for.
Yeah. Well, no, a sword wouldn't cut.
I've seen some pretty sharp ass swords.
If you go out there with a katana, it's not going to cut limbs off.
No, katana would cut a limb off.
Not through bone.
Yeah, I've seen demonstration videos. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, if you have a perfect situation where it is like unmoving, but it like this, as soon as you hit it, it is going to get pushed by it. If it's supported,
Depends how sharp the sword is. If it's dull,
the moment you use it once, it's not sharp anymore. If you hit bone, that thing is not sharp anymore.
no.
So you get one cut and then nothing else.
But the thing, you can mess up a zombie with a sword, and a dude in armor is gonna. A zombie's gonna have a hard time with that. Like they might be.
No, I would
100%
prefer a bat with barbed wire on it.
What? That's not gonna take out a zombie.
No, the barbed wire really isn't going to matter much, but it's about breaking things. If you can break a leg, they can't really use it anymore. So it's not about killing them; it's about maiming them.
Pain's not an issue. They can still run.
Yeah, but if they aren't a broken leg. If it goes sideways, they don't have a leg anymore. They're not going to know how to crawl exactly correctly.
I feel like you thought about this way too much.
No, it's either that, and also like the head, the neck is the important thing too. Aim for the neck.
Well, then use a sword.
No, because you have to hit the back of the neck.
Yeah.
With that, if you hit the middle of the neck and you break it, it's about breaking things, not about cutting things. Bleeding out is not going to be their concern.
I mean, I don't know how zombies work.
No, I'm like, if it's like the dead rising, that means the flesh is already dead. There's nothing you can't. A sword is about doing enough damage to somebody to kill them, but they're already dead. So if their flesh itself and zombies are already like, depending on the
zombies.
If it's like going off of the what do they call it?
The fungus zombies.
No, Torchwood season 4, where in there. Everybody becomes immortal, not invincible, immortal, to where nobody can die, no matter what. Ooh. To the point of if somebody was caught in an explosion, and his heart was still beating, even though there was pieces of him spread out everywhere, and it, like literally every cell of your body is unable to stop functioning. And there's a whole reason. It's kind of a stupid reason, but it goes off some really interesting government. Like if suddenly the elderly no longer were dying, population literally starts tripling in speed.
Yeah.
And short rates. Like how do you get rid of people? How do you handle that?
Yeah.
Like it was interesting because it's like happens over a year, and suddenly the planet can't handle it, and it's like crazy. The details they went into are pretty cool.
Have you seen Renfield?
Yeah.
Spoilers, so cover your ears for anybody who hasn't seen Renfield. Fair warning. But at the end of that film, like Dracula, he's immortal, absolutely immortal, cannot be killed no matter what you do. At the end of the film, they set him on fire with light, turn him to ash, snort the ash, poop out the ash, then they turn the ash into concrete blocks. And Renfield's just like, I don't know if that'll kill him or not, but I'm guessing it's gonna take him a while to piece himself back together. And by then, maybe we'll figure something else.
Kind of a similar concept then.
Yeah. Like he cannot be killed no matter what. So they basically just absolutely obliterate him as much as possible and hope that it'll take him a while. Funny film.
It was a good film.
you just see them snorting his ashes. Trying anything.
But it calls into question of like a lot of things of if it was pieces of you everywhere and whatever. And Deadpool, I think, went over this too, of like, and you could rebuild yourself from those.
Yeah.
Which piece is the primary piece?
Oh, for Deadpool, any piece.
Yeah, but then wouldn't you just make clones?
Yeah.
So that's where it comes down to. Like, if you were atomized, you could technically make a clone of all yourself in all of those. And if you were able to reform from all of those, where to get the energy to do it and the mass, meaning that you're basically creating mass from nothing. So then you basically now have an infinite food source.
Yeah. No, I think they actually, this is going to a pony thing. Project Horizon.
Yeah, they did. I know Rampage.
Yeah.
They did that to a degree, but that's where like superpower stuff doesn't make much sense in some of those.
There's also a spoiler that some cannibals chain her down and just start repeatedly harvesting her organs for food.
Apparently, I did open StreamerBot, but I saw the thing come up, but it must have crashed. Is there any other ones?
He referred to it as a fate worse than death. As if she had been trapped there forever. I'm terrified she'd be trapped there.
Based on statistical evidence, I'm mortal. Oh.
That's one of my favorite jokes from Futurama. Like, thanks to denial, I'm immortal.
Through the power of denial.
Yeah, through the power of denial, I'm immortal. That's what it was.
Or, thanks to the power of something, yeah. Okay, we're gonna save Spike. We're gonna move over. It's stupid.
Yeah, before Project Horizons, I never considered that as a possibility for a character who could just regenerate.
But there's so many questions that come up from that, and mainly is, where does the mass come from? Because like you could say like, oh, that could solve the food crisis, but right now we're in an ecosystem where everything is, we never really add or subtract. Everything's is a zero sum, and if suddenly it was creating mass, well, that means that slowly, maybe very slowly,
Planet is constantly adding mass.
Yeah, but that would be, depending on how you do it, you could add mass at an insane rate. You are adding mass to the universe. Yeah. Like you are creating mass from nothing.
No, not nothing. We create it from the energy of the sun. The energy of the sun is converted into mass here on planet.
But I'm pretty sure if you had something like that, you could just start beating that out.
Beating what out?
Like the sun. If you had like somebody that could just do that, because whatever process you made to make that person.
You know how quick bamboo grows? It's crazy.
Yeah, but it's converting
carbon too, and water.
Yeah, it's taking other things and using the sunlight to convert. Mm-hmm. So it's not really adding anything; it's just converting.
It's adding some mass in the process.
How do you add mass from energy?
It's an amazing process.
Because that's what we're trying to do with like fusion.
All this planet Earth had nothing on it, rock, with sunlight.
But it's not. Yeah, but you're converting different things. It's making things from other things.
Yeah, it's using a lot of the minerals and stuff.
Yeah, so you're taking different molecules and you're rearranging them using energy to create bonds.
Photosynthesis creates food directly from sunlight.
Yeah, but it's creating bonds to turn existing things into food.
No, it's actually photosynthesis creates food for plants.
You can't make it from nothing. Yes, energy and mass is the same thing. I don't think plants are doing quantum fusing of turning pure energy into mass.
Synthesis is an amazing process.
I don't think that's exactly how it is, because basically what you're saying is plants are small atomic bombs. Turning energy instead of it turning mass energy, it's turning energy into mass.
It's on a very small scale.
It doesn't matter if it's small or not, but it's constantly. Yeah, then that's way too much energy.
If you took all the energy that plants collect across the planet at any one time, that bomb would be devastating.
I don't think that's hold on.
Look up photosynthesis. We're gonna better understand the process. What do?
It's transforming light energy into light energy is captured and used to convert water, carbon, and minerals into oxygen. It's converting them. It's not turning it's using the energy to convert those things into minerals, and minerals into oxygen. So it's converting them. It's not, because like here, if you do the math across here, I'm pretty sure it's all equal in some way or another. Because like some of these are going to be, you can yank hydrogen out and stuff, but yeah, because it's just rearranging and using the energies to change the molecules itself, because you need heat and chemical processes. If it was actually turning energy itself into mass, that is essentially a reverse nuclear bomb, and the plant would not need to do much of it.
It's turning electrical. It's turning,
and you can't turn
energy in, or photosynthesis turns sun energy into chemical energy. That's still a conversion process, just on energy.
But it's using the energy. It's not creating mass. It's using the mix of the different molecules to rearrange the order to make more complex molecules that it then can extract. So it's using that energy to infuse it into other things to make it bulkier and more energetic, so that it can break that down and extract that energy later. So, because that's yeah. Michael's just being Michael.
That's just fun.
Oh, hey, look.
I don't like it. Did somebody do a super face? Somebody did.
Yeah, he did super face. Oh, he's not moving this time. No, it's kind of sad.
He's got his finger up her nose.
Yeah, but he's definitely giving that you face.
He's really enjoying it.
This is like, hey, Michael, do you want to watch Pony? Yes, yes, my dreams have come true. Michael's also that shade of green when he hears about ponies. How does he hear forward?
I think they move around.
Kind of want to just like flick him. Yeah. Why does that not have a bone?
Because they're wibbly wobbly. I think they're like, I have bones. They just go boing.
Anyways, did Kite give any details? Like, Kite, do you have a horse? Just get you the amount of matter from the antimatter to create my mass.
If all of your matter was suddenly converted to
you
energy,
can't.
that would be an amazing bomb.
You can't convert antimatter to matter. I don't think that's possible.
It's not.
Yeah, because I don't think you can churn like. Oh, I don't know. Maybe at some like unknown physics level there is.
It's literally would be saying a way to turn a 1 into a -1. By doing so,
Does it matter?
0. and if you do that, then big.
Well, that's like I don't think you can change
cancel it out.
Yeah. Well, but it depends. Like a molecule of antimatter and a molecule of antimatter will basically do nothing.
No, if a molecule of matter, if 2 molecules of antimatter touch, they won't do anything.
No,
if a molecule of antimatter and a molecule of matter touch, they'll destroy each other.
Yeah, but the amount of energy 2 molecules are going to do is minuscule. It's when you have lots of them together, maybe not that much.
It would be enough to put a hole in a super collider. That's why they're very careful not to have matter inside of a super collider unless it's intentional.
The only way you put a hole in the side of a super collider is if they hit each other and that shot out particles too fast.
Well, the energy released.
Not of itself, because I'm talking like the explosion from it. If it shot out particles of at a high speed, and those wouldn't really knock a hole in something.
I'm saying, if antimatter collides with matter, it's a fair amount of energy.
Yeah, it's a fair amount of energy, but atomic bomb is useless if it's just one atom. It's when you have billions of atoms that are all going off at once.
An antimatter bomb.
It doesn't matter. It's similar energy. It's releasing the full 100% energy of 2 atoms, which is definitely.
You're not releasing 100% of the energy in a nuclear.
If they're no, not a nuclear bomb, antimatter.
Antimatter bomb, yes.
Yeah, you are, but you have a lot of it.
If you had a lot of it, it would be.
The amount of antimatter we have in the entire world is like can fit in like a tiny pill. Yeah, and there's almost none of it.
But if you if you managed to collect that all in one place and had it hit matter,
it would make a decent explosion, but it's not cost effective.
No, it would be a nasty bomb.
You put your leg you get your leg cut off, regenerated it, then the rest of you got destroyed for various reasons, regenerated. Are you the same person? That logic could work in like Star Trek.
What's that ship?
Star Trek teleporters, Stargates actually. That's the same way. Stargates in Stargate are where your matter or you are turned into data. Your data is sent over and then stored in the other gate until it is ready to reassemble you. At that point, are you the same person?
No, I think the people in Star Trek came to the conclusion a long time ago that no, you're not, but they do it anyways because they care for the mission.
In Stargate, somebody makes a mention of like, I don't want to go through that gate. Like, do you know what that thing does?
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. And somebody's like, I don't care, and just shoves them through.
It's kind of rude.
I think that's funny.
I mean, because you are essentially killing them.
In a way, you're killing a version of you. You are killing the you that you know, and another you identical to you that isn't you is going to go forward.
Like, I feel the characters in Star Trek know this, but they've just accepted that as part of the thing they signed up for.
Yeah. Which it's for that unless there's a wormhole where the space of which I am moving is like I'm just moving physically through that space, and as long as there's no break of consciousness, and sleeping is not a break of consciousness, you are still conscious. As long as you are not disassembled, reassembled.
They actually struggle with that a lot, I think, in Star Trek Enterprise, because they have one of the first teleporters on that ship. And they mostly use it for cargo, but there is a case eventually where there is someone who's in a really rough situation, and the only way to get them out is to teleport them out. So they do it, and then the person has kind of an existential crisis, like, did I die? Am I still me? Like, it's fun. Because in Enterprise, they didn't completely understand it yet. Give her that, some cake. Derpy loves cake.
See, now you're paying attention.
That's, we're gonna be nice to Derpy. You're gonna give her some cake.
Yep.
Normally, I tune out because you're just mean to Derpy. Cake, Derpy. One big cake. That's a tasty little cake. That's photorealism, isn't it? Looks photorealistic. At least the sides do. Cake.
That cherry looks a little fakey though.
Cherry, yes. But if somebody like cut a piece of that cake and put that on my plate, I'd be like, oh my. Look at the good looking cake. I was thinking about making a cake again. I felt like the last time I made a cake, it didn't turn out as well as I'd hoped. People ate it. I felt like it could have been better. He's really getting into that cake. So happy. I don't know if I've ever done a YouTube video where somebody jumps into a pool of gelatin. I'm thinking about desserts now, because that's something I wanted to do when I was a kid. Everyone, what is, no, what are you doing with the leg? Just eat the cake.
Oh.
Yeah, I do remember that episode. That was one that really drew in the question, like which one of them was real, and the answer was both of them were copies. But again, I think by Star Trek Next Gen, even the original Star Trek, by that point, they've all accepted what it is to be teleported, and it's just part of the job. Which is what makes Enterprise so interesting, because they do not consider it part of the job. And being teleported is a big deal. Poison you with Prime, but we can't poison the cake.
Okay, so
No. It's a pretty good cake. I don't want to eat that cake.
you don't want to eat that cake?
No, it appears to have a lot of horse in it.
But maybe that's what makes it delicious.
Extra sweet.
You see, okay, yeah. See, you saying Derpy's not delicious?
I feel like I shouldn't say it. Derpy's delicious. That'll get us banned on Twitch.
Michael, am I not a delicious cake?
I'm sure Derpy's a delicious cake. We should not eat Derpy. Why is this just always emotional?
Why? I thought it was a good cake. Mommy said it was the most delicious cake ever. I would grow up and be the best cake. Now don't say it.
Somebody shouldn't want to be eaten.
It is my purpose.
She's not a guinea pig.
I'm in so much pain. I require consumption.
Oh, no.
End it, Michael. I am tasty. So much cornstarch.
I feel like this is just the fly, but she got teleported with her cake. She's just like, kill me.
Cherry was my brother.
What's that?
He's gone now.
That's depressing. Why you gotta do depressing shit? Why can't you do happy shit? I'm just like, you know what you should do? Make the ponies cheerleaders.
There we go.
Like, no, I'm gonna make a depressing
There you go, Michael.
mutant
Michael.
that wants to die. She's so happy.
Do you know why she's so happy?
What is that?
It's because I want to be eaten.
Save it for your vor channel. Your secret vor channel that nobody knows about. Let that rumor spread.
Yeah, it's a believe me.
No, you dirt.
Mommy always said it was delicious.
I'm sure.
I used to be a whole cake.
That raises more questions.
Wait, more questions? I thought we were
Like,
pretty much peeking out here.
If there was more cake, why he appears to be only part of that piece of cake? It's topical animation time. Knows he is well aware that body horror just messes me up.
This is body horror?
This is body horror.
I'm sure.
People shouldn't be part cake.
Michael, but she look at her go.
This is a horror film. That's what this is. You've created nightmares. I have nightmares
I
now.
don't know what you're talking about. It's just,
Or derby cake.
She's just
I
like
agree
chugga
on.
choo choo. Here comes the cookie train.
But you don't even know what
Cookie
cake
train.
is.
Yes, I don't know. Mommy said it was delicious. Oh no.
This is
Oh no.
no.
Oh no.
Her face is collapsing.
See, that's why I need help. Michael.
She's drying out.
Michael, I'm losing my calories. I'm drying out, going stale. It comes with
This
age.
isn't body horror.
I need help. I was born with an expiration date of tomorrow.
That's sad.
She's not happy
That's
about
sad.
that for some reason. Do you have any milk?
Save her, Michael. Eat her. No.
Save her, Michael.
I feel like we need like
See, who wants to be eaten?
she needs hospital.
She wants to be eaten.
Be less cake. More horse.
Hold on. You know what? I think I know how to make this better.
Just have her eating cake.
Okay, so you wouldn't eat this?
No. I'll eat derpy.
How about now?
There's a derpy hiding in there.
Maybe.
It's very squishy.
It's a derpy filled cake.
No derpy film.
You take a good old bite and then you're like, ooh, it's custard.
It's crunchy center.
It's
No. It's just like
oh no. Oh no.
why is it always the hair?
Oh no.
Why the ears though?
Because they're on jiggle bones. I don't have control of the ears. So it's so big. No, she's fine.
She's waving.
She's trying to get a taxi.
It's like, please, somebody eat me. Taxi.
See, you see now you want it.
No, I don't.
No, you just put the words in her mouth.
No, she's been saying this the whole time. I was just paraphrasing.
Yeah, and you're saying no, 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 and now you're like yes, yes, yes.
I want to eat Derpy. I want to be nice to Derpy. I want Derpy to live. Princess Derpy. Yeah, she's waving to her followers.
I'm gonna go. Oh, wow, you go so fast.
Go fast. Speaking of gotta go fast, when are you gonna eat the Sonic curry?
I've seen the fortune of the. Actually, I just got the one thing I needed today.
Oh, come on, man. That thing has to have turned like 3 shades of different colors by now.
No, I needed something to hold my phone, and I just got it today.
Promise.
People need to
4
see it.
years now.
Well, now it's just about time. So when you have free time, we can get
I
it.
got free time right now.
Right now?
Yeah, right
no,
now.
we're not, because we're doing this.
We can stop. You can just eat the Sonic curry.
Just shove it in your mouth. It's not cooked. Eat it.
It's fermented. It's fine. I have no idea what we're gonna find when we open that box.
It's so dried. It's probably nothing wrong.
Maybe.
It's all in silver containers.
I can't read Japanese to know if it's expired or not.
Another stupid face.
It's probably worth money on eBay.
What's
I
this?
don't care. You're still eating.
Wait. I don't know what we can do here.
I got excited yesterday because I thought I saw My Little Pony fruit snacks online for sale, but they were all out. I'd give me some My Little Pony fruit snacks. How has Hasbro's market? You know, Valentine's Day is coming up, and you think that would be peak My Little Pony like stuff, right? Like My Little Pony Valentine stuff? None whatsoever. No, you get like Garfield Valentine's Day stuff, but My Little Pony, nowhere to be seen. It shows how far it's fallen. They're not even trying anymore. And hearts and pink and stuff. Pony and Barbie. Should be their time to shine. Let's give you another stupid face.
Mm-hmm.
This is it. Is this the stupid face? Who do you think would win in a fight?
Let's just kick Jerpy. This is, well, you know what? I got an idea. Well, I can make it work.
Who do you think would win in a fight between Shrek and Fred Flintstone? Getting away from that.
Shrek and Fred Flintstone. Why is that your options?
Because I think that would be a pretty good matchup. I mean, Fred Flintstone's pretty strong, and he's got that beer gut, same as Shrek here. I want to give it to Fred. The dude basically drives a car by just pushing it with his feet.
Got some probably good
And the
glutes.
car's like made out of freaking rock. That can't be easy. Wait. I sure as heck couldn't do it. Well, Fred has less physical limitations. What physical limitations does Shrek have in comparison to Fred Flintstone? I want to hear theories. I want to see notes. I mean, they both have rough, like, the technology Shrek has available to him is a little bit more advanced, but it's not significant.
Shrek has a more advanced technology.
He does. He has swords and armor and stuff. He doesn't use them. But he has access to them. Where Fred has dinosaurs. That's something. Can't really talking about what's available to them in their world. Dinosaurs is a pretty big deal. Physics, not physical. Fred can bend reality. Shrek cannot. When did Fred Flintstone ever bend reality? I don't remember him bending reality. I mean, like Hanna-Barbera cartoon physics stuff. Like Shrek does some of that. It doesn't. He's like, he saw something over there. He's like, "Ooh, cake, other cake." And yeah, no, I've seen him eat. It's like when I do it. Same thing. Just an entire rack of ribs. Just inhale them. They're gone. I like what's happening. I really don't like that. I don't like that. He put way too much detail into his teeth. Kind of makes me feel like this was probably ripped out of a game.
My god. My god. Oh no.
His jaw fell off.
Yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay. There we go.
Now, I gave it to Fred too, only because like Fred's got caveman. It's caveman strength versus troll strength, or whatever the heck Shrek is. He's what is he? He's a ogre. That's right. Ogre versus caveman strength. Who will win? Shrek has a dad bod though. Fred has a dad bod. He's like the embodiment of dad bod. Like, he is a dad. Shrek, I guess, becomes a dad.
Spoilers.
I know, right? The movie's only 2 decades old.
Yeah, spoilers.
Does that make you feel old? I think that Shrek is over 20 years.
No, that makes sense to me.
How one works. I still remember that was the very first movie ever, Kazad.
Kazaa?
Yeah.
Wow.
Does saying Kazaa make you feel old?
No, I did Kazaa too.
Yeah. None of the youngins will know what Kazaa is.
Maybe. Bisley was Napster. Why can't I?
No, early days of the internet, people pirated things because nobody. Napster was like the pinnacle because that was just straight up free, and nobody shut them down because nobody had really figured that stuff out yet enough to shut it down.
So server.
Like, people are sending music over the internet. Okay, what's the internet? That's pretty much took them a while. Giving him beautiful flowing hair.
They said they wanted Celestia, so
Yeah,
I'm just making Celestia have
that looks
nice
like
hair.
Celestia. Yeah.
Giving Shrek some fancy.
He's beautiful. I think he had it better when it was forward. And cover up his little weird dingly bobs.
No, that's like kind of creepy.
There you go. But at least the Rogaine finally kicked in.
Okay, so there we go.
What music did I download? I downloaded.
We're gonna go.
Oh. No. Is he waving? I do remember.
Back it up.
Downloading music on. It was
It's terrifying.
trying to back up. She's like, hey baby. But back in LimeWire days, I remember putting on one song to download, then going to school and hoping that one song was done downloading when I got back. That was dial-up, baby. 2 kilobytes a second.
Okay, I need to go get a other booze. Do you want another booze? Mm-hmm. You do? Mm-hmm. What do you want?
Do you want to get me a booze, or do you want you to go get a booze?
I was gonna go get a booze.
Okay. No, surprise me.
You only have that.
Do you just want me just to pour us glasses of mead?
Sure.
I still need to get rid of the mead.
I have an ice cube.
I'm gonna get you a different glass. There you go.
Okay, then you can take that upstairs. I'm done with it. I got a good song for this. There we go. fitting. I'm not even sure my audio worked that time. Okay. You can't go wrong with that. It's a good song. But you could also play like this, whatever the theme is for Saw. I think. Okay, there you go. You got a double stupid face. Great Gazoo. Stella Shrek. Oh, no, that's never a phrase that should be spoken. Actually, I had it back when I was working at my high school. My senior year, I was a webmaster. And so I could use my own laptop for some stuff because it was just web development stuff. This is like early 2000s internet, so it was a very different place. But well, it was at school because the internet was way faster than the one at home. I had Kazaa on my laptop at school, and I would download stuff. And I think my computer's name was Stinker, and they had a message go to my boss asking, like, it says here that there's a computer downloading through a Kazaa platform in a large amount of bits, and named Stinker. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll figure out who it is. It was me. So yeah, that was, had to stop doing that after that. But I mean, early 2000s, I think at home at that point we had dial-up, so like anything was faster than dial-up.
This bottle. A bit more carbon in it.
Mm-hmm. Just a little bit more something.
I like it. Mm-hmm. It's carbonated a little bit more. I think that's something. You can actually see the bubbles. Good. I'm very pleased that it carbonated a bit. It's closer to the carbonation that we got at Sociables. Maybe a bit more, actually.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with the beginning. I might just leave it as is. Technically, this camera, I could probably
Oh, it's cold all of a sudden.
the heat just kicked on. It's a little cooler down here normally. Also, I still need to like caulk that window because that window has cold that comes in the edges.
All right.
And it's always going to be warmer down here when it's super cold out because the heat runs more, and since the heat just we have more vents down here, so
It's been abnormally warm for this time of year.
so because it's not running as much, it gets much colder down here faster.
Were you playing Benny Hill music?
Yes, for their running back and forth.
That is very good.
Oh, you liked it? You liked Shrek?
Well, Shrek's fine. You being mean to Derpy's not.
I wasn't being mean to Derpy. Shrek was being mean to Derpy.
Okay, it's like you're the puppet master, blaming the puppets. There was a Batman villain to that extent.
Doesn't matter what type I pick.
Kids these days are spoiled. You can just go to your YouTubes and be like, I want to listen to this song, and boom, the song starts playing. Back in my day, we used to have to wait a whole day to download a song. And then we would burn it to a CD, because that's what you did. And then you played it in your friend's car.
No, you're not going far enough back.
What?
It was back when you had you were playing on the radio and the song that you wanted came on, so you took your other stereo with the disc,
Yes.
the cassette in it, and you put them speaker to speaker, and then you would hit record.
Yeah, and he got super pissed at the DJ because he was talking over your song at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I did that.
Yeah, you gotta go older. Because I didn't know anything. I was at 3 computer job in college on the afternoon night shift. I came in one day and the FBI was just walking out. Day guy is running a major Napster using the college T1 server. Back when T1 was even a phrase. Okay, because I didn't know anything about it. And but there was a lot of files I could have gotten. I used to do a lot of that Kazaa. I didn't really do Napster much. I generally did Kazaa.
It's Kazaa and LimeWire. Kazaa for videos, LimeWire for music.
I never really did music. It was more video. But there was some content that was legitimately
Oh crap!
released
I'm gonna use the restroom.
on torrent stuff. So like that's how I got our Red vs. Blue at first.
I'm gonna use the restroom first.
Okay, I'm setting your timer.
I just.
Michael's sad. He just doesn't have an idea, and then he has to try to think it up. Why did that not shift the time that much? I gotta go like here? Let's try that. Back in my day, I was 5 like 9 years ago. I'm old. I'm celebrating the big 4-0 this year. I think. Yes. I actually wasn't sure. I had to think about it for a sec. Okay. So this should slow down. A little bit. Let me see if that works a little better. Actually, I guess the more I do that, okay. You ready?
I'm never ready for this.
Y'all ready for this?
Tastes so good.
Let me just do one more thing. Okay. There we go. I like that this is like super bass. Do you want me to quit?
Yeah. I already tried the cheerleaders. You didn't want to add them in.
Okay, there you go.
All right, switch needs. I want to mix them up.
Label on the bottom.
Yeah, I always give you the one without this. What you mean? I can't put mine down.
You're never gonna drink it. And they want a ghost fact.
Ghost fact. You guys are slowly killing me and turning me into a ghost with these.
I mean, if you want, I can do a ghost fact this
you
time.
can do a ghost fact.
Ghost fact? Okay. So the ghost fact is ghosts are slightly furry and they have very boopable noses.
You're making it sound like the ghosts might be horsies.
I mean, they generally are white or a gray. And that fur can be a little bit yellow on top. And they all die in very painful ways.
Sad.
And they're named Derpy.
That's rude. I don't think this happened. This is a fact.
See, no, you said I could do the ghost fact.
Yeah,
so
but
all ghosts are
I
derpy.
thought you were gonna like give a fact. You just making shit up.
No, because anything to cause pain on the Michael.
See, you guys keep making me do these, and I don't want to do them. So I'm gonna do something you guys don't like. You know what people don't like?
Hurting horses.
They don't like school. People don't like school. So get this horse, and see, nobody likes their teacher. So this horse is gonna be a teacher now. I'll show you. And
I don't know. I think you're making something coot.
no,
You sure?
I'm punishing people for making me do this
Well, then you should
twice in a row.
just do what I do and just take out all your resentment, pain, and frustration on horses.
Taking out chat.
And then it's just a bonus that
They're the
makes you
ones-
all get all like whatever.
They're the ones who deserve it.
Oh, you gotta dehydrate.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm busy.
Michael in charge means
Honestly,
I get to
Chad.
pick the things that you have to do now. Cheers, no. He did a juice box.
Just bought the bee.
Oh, my water's over there.
So, I got Twilight, and she needs her school outfit because she's in school. She needs to stand up more. She's very Oh, I Rainbow Dash. Rainbow Dash. No, this is eating my brain. This is adorable. Why? I got Twilight. There we go. It's trying to boot me. Being attacked. I'm being murdered by the horse.
No
I
smooching.
feel like this is an attempt at distraction. It's working. All right. Okay. Well. Okay. So
No smooching.
who said anything about smooching? Okay.
Cheers, no.
Okay, we gotta get her in her schoolgirl outfit because she's gone to school and
Wait, I thought she was running this. She was a teacher.
she is.
Teachers
She's a
don't put
teacher.
on schoolgirl outfits.
No, they wear something. They don't just show up not wearing
What
nothing.
about science toy?
Oh,
Wait, ooh, the leather one.
oh, fine.
Yes, a teacher wearing all leather. It goes in for a high school full of pubescent boys.
Oh wait, that's a different Twilight entirely.
Yeah, they all are.
I need an outfit. I'm just gonna give her the schoolgirl outfit.
Schoolgirl, that's. Wait, isn't that the version of her that was in school? Oh, Michael. Michael.
I have to fix that.
Michael. Michael, this is not that kind of school.
I'm fixing it. Give me a minute.
Aren't these the ones that come to your house?
I am fixing it. This is not supposed to be a good thing for chat. This is a bad thing for chat, and I gotta fix it.
I agree, Malik.
Let me fix this.
No, you're making it worse.
I'm fixing
Now you're
it.
flaunting.
Gotta be a good way to fix this. Without here.
No, you have to move. No,
moving
you
the
have to
tail bag.
move. You have to move the clothing. You're moving the
Oh,
model.
you're right. Okay. He's making a good point.
Yes, so you got to move the skirt out of the way. See, it was fine until you put the skirt on. Now it's lewd.
Sorry. I think it's locked.
No, no, it's fine. Go to pelvis.
Oh, yes. There we go.
Yeah, that's better. Got a little belly showing now.
It's fine. Just scoot it up.
When you scoot the skirt up,
There we go.
that's
That's good. And then, of course, she's a teacher. So she needs a ruler. And just give her a stick. Like a measuring stick.
Wait, is she gonna?
She's a teacher.
Are they bad horses?
That work. It's a stick, right? Okay.
A broken hockey stick.
Yeah, it's like a
For a measuring stick? What are they measuring? With a hockey stick.
It's the best stick you got. Maybe you should download more sticks.
Is this for the naughty horses?
Well, the bad students. Yeah, maybe that's what the meter stick is for.
Okay, well, we already know she's not wearing underwear, so this is gonna be weird.
They didn't. Do you want me to? Maybe we should get underwear. Is that what you're saying?
I don't think there's a model for it.
You say that, but let's find out.
No, I do not.
What's that?
Underwater light. There's no spaces. Everything is underscores or something.
Well, I'm not typing in anything else to find out, so she's just not gonna have underwear.
Easier to poop.
Yeah. All right. Well,
A barbecue stick. What is she barbecuing?
I gotta figure out.
What is she barbecuing, Michael?
Just your face.
Your face?
Your face.
Your face.
I got pony legs. Just like
Okay.
Yeah, I think that it makes it stick, right?
Makes it stank.
Stick. It's okay.
What is she? Michael, you're like, this isn't lewd, and then
It's
and
not.
Then you made it worse.
I'm punishing chat for making me do this.
I feel
all the
like you're just
time.
fulfilling their fantasy.
No, look, she's a teacher, so
Like, so
of course
the horse pulls out a stick and beats you. Oh yeah.
she needs an apple.
There's another ghost fact.
What are you doing, Ghost Facts?
Do you want me to do another ghost fact?
Yes.
Okay.
You need just an apple. Okay, here, fine. Oh no, it's crashing. No, it's not.
Ghosts can only be recorded on video cameras if you hold it upside down.
She needs to be an apple.
If you hold your camera upside down, you can record ghosts. They look like people, but they are not. They are ghosts. I've done it with Michael plenty of times. Every time I turn my phone upside down and I record him, he's still there, which means I know he's dead.
No. But she has an apple on her desk. She's a teacher.
So there, is that a ghost fact? We have been a bad chat. Yes, punish us.
No! You're going to school and you're a bunch of dunces. And okay, chat, I need a bad student.
Bad student.
Yeah, to represent. Chat.
Scootaloo. You gotta give her a reason not to fly.
She tried to fly, yeah. Okay. So
No, that's why she can't fly.
he said Scootaloo, so we're bringing in Scootaloo.
Yep.
What did you
Not
do
that
to
one.
Scootaloo. Aww.
Why are you looking at me?
Broke it.
What did I do?
You told me to get Scootaloo, and she was clearly broken.
No, that was different. You were trying to click the adult Scootaloo, which that makes it really weird. Why'd you click adult Scootaloo?
I was
like,
clicking
oh,
A.
teacher, I've been so naughty at the age of 42.
She's 42.
The adult Scootaloo is the one you're picking.
Where is your source filmmaker?
See the one big words on the screen that say source filmmaker with a big green button?
Yeah, that one. Got it.
I would load
Reset my
memory.
time.
No, no. You see,
You want
yes.
to click yes? Yes. I need to say.
Yeah, it's actually got almost all of it. I see Apple Bloom.
Okay, good.
Where's that background paper from?
Give me Scootaloo.
Which background paper?
Okay, got Scootaloo. And is there like a Philly?
The one just up,
No, you don't.
like
You don't have any outfits for Phillies.
like this, like back here, because that's not paper. That's my
I'm just
room.
gonna have to grab her a random dress.
The Windows wallpaper. That is from Biomutant.
I'm just giving
It's an actual screenshot I took in game. I just I had to Photoshop a little bit of an area to remove the character. They have a photo mode that actually works really well. And do a little Photoshop there, and then I use the AI thing to fill in some other areas where the contrast was weird because of game mechanics, to make it look nicer. So, but other than that, yes.
Perfect.
Oh my god, look at her butt.
Okay. Are we doing this?
No, I thought that was a big poofy thing.
I'm doing it.
But yeah, Biomune's a fun game, but it's a big game with a lot in it, but it also feels like there's nothing in it. It feels there's a lot there, but you basically experience most of it pretty early, and the rest of it is just you kind of going through different versions of the same thing for like 100 hours. I 100% of the game. I still enjoyed it, but I got it as the monthly humble bundle back in like March, I think.
She needs a dunce hat.
I see where this is going.
No, you asked for Scootaloo.
You're like, I'm not making lewd, so you tried to reduce it, and then you just going like full pedal to the metal with it.
I spell dunce.
Wait, if I have to spell dunce for you, I think it implies something.
Can you not spell dunce?
It's DUNCE.
That's what I put. There was nothing.
Yeah, because I don't have a dunce hat.
We'll give her a party hat. Close enough. They're both pointy. Okay.
They just put a fucking solo cup on her head.
Yeah. Just let people know she's a dunce. So. Oh. Make it bigger.
That's what she said.
No, see, you're just feeding into chats like.
No, I'm feeding in a chat. Nolan said we have been a bad chat.
No.
Scootaloo looks like she's already been having it done for like 5 minutes. Look at those eyes.
There's a dumb head. Teacher, do you got a blackboard?
Yes. Couple of them, actually.
This works. Let's put that in the background. We need to really emphasize that this is a classroom.
No, this is called making the porno studio. the budget porno studio.
This is a classroom, sir.
This is kind of sus, Michael. I agree.
This is not sus. This is the chat that has made me do this.
Position to have all of Michael's work as shorts.
Too many times.
No, that would be devastating.
What's that supposed to mean?
Don't forget, Michael, you have a drink.
I'm busy. I'm working on.
Then why did you want to have your glass there?
So I wanted your glass to be there so that you drink it.
I have been. You're the one slacking.
Okay. Well.
Leave for 1 minute and come back to full con.
No, that's not what this is. He's the one who asked for Scootaloo. But anyway.
No, you said a student. Why is she smiling? Why are they both smiling? And why is Apple Bloom watching? Why is Apple Bloom there, actually?
She's the apple on the desk.
Oh, okay. But why is Scootaloo enjoying this way too much? Twilight's not even looking.
I mean, okay, we'll make sure Twilight's looking.
That makes it kind of worse. Can you put like an evil grin on her face, or maybe like put?
No, she's very stern. She's upset. This is not a happy moment.
But why?
We're fixing it.
Look at Twilight's face. This is not a happy moment. Because you said there it is.
This is a child being punished for being bad. So by a teacher.
This is how teachers get fired, and it's not for being abusive.
This is oldie times.
It's for relationships.
It's oldie times. The teacher hit you.
Oldie times in solo cup from the oldie time.
You yield solo cup. Solo cup. Yes. Where is his eyes? My eyes.
I remember back in the 1920s where we took our solo cups, drank our Jim Beam, and jumped in our Tesla.
And she's very upset. Yeah, upset face. Anger. And then get some nose wrinkle in there. And
Smirk.
anger. No, that's too angry. That's like
It's gonna disappear.
yeah, that's proper amount of anger. And then Scootaloo. She's just an apple on a desk, so she doesn't matter.
Are you sure? Because like you just have the eyes look over there. The apple likes it.
She's it's his face.
Can you give her a smirk too?
I'll give her like
Wait. Oh, no. Wait, no. Give her. Go to her upper face and put relaxed.
relax.
Her upper face.
Upper?
Yeah, L relaxed and R relaxed.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah.
No, okay. Now Scootaloo, he's upset.
Scootaloo's upset.
Yeah, we gotta make Scootaloo upset.
Apparently her eyes are magnetized to the solo cup.
She's it's like oh. And is very upset.
That she doesn't look upset. She still looks happy about it.
Hold on.
Maybe if you use all of any of this, it'd just be the biggest square blur on the screen. So what could you use from that screen? Well, there was about 5 minutes in the beginning.
She's I don't want to make her sad.
Stopping by Twilight. Is that the name of the video? The
There.
video, Michael?
I did so the
No!
all the way.
Can you move her eyes a little bit? Just a little bit.
I'm gonna move her eyes a little bit. Hold on, I was putting on the sad.
No, it looks like ecstasy now.
You said sad. I added sad.
No, you need to move the eyes down.
I'm working on it. I'm getting the eyes. So demanding. Okay. There.
No, down more, please. There we go.
Okay.
And then
She's sad.
can you?
How much longer?
10 minutes.
Oh boy. Well, I hope this has been a lesson to you, Chad.
Apples, apples, apples.
Scootaloo in this situation enjoying it too much.
I don't know what you're talking about. She's not happy. She's a bad student who's being
No,
punished.
she's like, Twilight, what did I do wrong? Twilight, oh yes, I definitely did that wrong now. Yes, keep it going, Twilight.
Here, I got 10 minutes, so I gotta.
Miss Twilight, please, can I be wrong tomorrow too?
I gotta make a chair.
Can I bring a friend?
No.
His name is Steve. I met him yesterday at the homeless shelter. He's lonely.
It's a good
Can
chair.
he be naughty too?
It's a good dunce chair.
That looks like a really comfortable dunce chair.
It's for comfortable dunces.
Newfound Brody says she looks like she's moaning.
No, she's upset. I turned on sad eyes. I need another horse. This is Chad's fault, not that one. Holy crap! Not that one. No, stop clicking it. Stop clicking it. Where is the other one?
I feel like the leather Twilight might have actually worked better.
Why?
Scootaloo's
school
dumb.
teacher. No, school teacher. Everyone hates school. You guys hate it because it's school, and school's bad. Where is another rarity? Oh, you know what? I don't. This rarity's fine.
Miss Twilight, is there a Mr. Twilight?
No, there never will be.
Is this him?
No, it's rarity.
Can she join? Is she been naughty? Wait, is she gonna watch?
She's in the dunce chair.
Rarity is.
Yes.
Why is Rarity in the dunce chair?
She's done.
And why is it aimed peculiarly at just watching Scootaloo's expression?
She's dunce chair. She become chair. Moving is hard. No, okay.
I don't know if you're making it better or worse, but everything you add definitely feels like I've never seen somebody make so much accidental porn in a row.
No, this is
Like,
Scootaloo's being hit.
just what is Rarity doing?
She's not doing anything yet.
I know she's doing
I'm
something.
still prepping her in the seat.
She's just stiff.
She's very stiff. Make her sit. What is wrong with you? Why are you so mean? I'm fixing.
I'm waiting for you to be like, now look, there's a space rocket, and the more that Scootaloo gets beat, the taller the rocket gets.
No, what? Where's your mind at?
Oh, I just love the idea. You know that one short where it's like, God damn it, I made gold again. I feel like that's you with this. Like, look, you know, it's Scootaloo being not. Wait, God damn it, I made porn again.
That is not.
Damn it, I made porn.
This is not porn. She's a dunce, and she's wearing a dunce hat. Rarity's also a dunce. She's just in the dunce chair. Where is the body? That's head, that's legs. Oh, the other body thing is down here. Go.
Gosh, there's so much porn. Oh my God, I did.
There's no porn.
Wait, Jelly, how did you know exactly it was that one? Did you have that one memorized or something? Or did you pull it up on the spreadsheet?
Okay. So she needs a dunce.
Should she have a
hat too.
cigarette too?
I mean, if you think so.
I mean, yeah. I mean, she's enjoying it.
No, she's not enjoying it.
Why would she have a cigarette in the
But
dunce chair?
she's in the dunce chair because she was caught smoking cigarettes, and you know how they make them smoke lots of cigarettes. If you catch them smoking cigarettes, it makes them not want to smoke anymore because he gets sick. So
Are you doing the Bobby Hill method?
you remember that episode of King of the Hill?
Yes.
I do remember
my
Bobby
God.
got addicted to cigarettes in that episode.
I'm kind of glad I said cigarette because just seeing you try to get in position is actually going to be the rest of the 10 minutes. Oh, she's holding it?
Yeah, they're making her smoke it.
No, she got smoke. It's in her mouth. And then you better have her locking eyes with Scootaloo. And you can just, and Rarity's just saying, "Look at me, child."
Well, yeah, this is just no. Rarity's learning a valuable lesson about what not to do. Because she could also.
So go make
get
it
whipped.
not porn. Oh, okay. Well, just go the other direction. It's
No porn.
No, I'm not saying it is porn. I'm saying it's
What?
accidental porn.
It's not even.
If you were to go and like render this out and put it on Derpy Brew, somebody would tag it fetish. I mean,
Well, they're crazy over there.
how many times have you been on Derpy Brew today?
None because my internet was down all day.
Well, how many times are you on Derpy Brew in a day normally?
A lot.
I mean, how much new content is there?
A lot.
And you need to see it the moment it comes out, or
Yeah, or the depression sets in. Can't let that happen.
there's hundreds of thousands of images you could go through. Why don't you just go through the backlog?
Huh, I've seen them all.
And I've memorized every single
It's
one.
been a decade of horse. I've seen them all. Okay. So she gets a dunce hat too, because of course she's a dunce. Let's get that. Let's get that squared away. She gets a blue dunce hat.
The song you should be going is bow bow
No.
bow bow. Oh yeah.
That's a big dunce hat.
Bow bow.
Let's see. Where is the
Oh, is she going at it? You see Twilight there?
I don't know what
Like
you're
light speed stick action.
She's very upset at Scootaloo.
Did she rev up for that one? Did she run on gas? Like go back there, like you ready, Scootaloo?
She's very upset.
That's the noise. That engine needs to be cleaned.
So she gets done sad. Okay, there we go. And yes, she needs to be looking at what's going on so she knows what not to do. Wrong button.
She's excited.
Some like everything.
Yes, look her in the eyes.
So yeah, how much time do I got now?
Oh, you got 2 minutes. I was saying 7:41.
What else would go in a classroom?
Unfollowed again. This is Michael.
No, I didn't do nothing.
I think Scootaloo's actually kind of okay with it, so.
It's much slower than I originally thought. This is a bad student.
Like sunset. Did you have to go back and watch that again to get the wording right? Like, that's a delay. The people not chatting are probably just, what the hell is going on?
It's like
Yeah, Silver did that
like
same
a
thing.
plant.
Oh, bow.
like a house plant.
Bow, bow.
I don't know what plant this is. We'll just put this one in here. It's like the plant for the classroom.
There's a skit from Conan where they read about an article where plants can remember certain things for a certain memory, and then Andy Richter just disappears for a second, and he goes to attack his plant because he goes, "You know too much," but then he goes in a shooting spree down the street with his plant.
Yeah.
He was really weird. It was funny though. Welcome to Michael's Pony Fans.
No.
Oh, the Oregonian weed. That's the plant. Oh, I never even. I wouldn't know. It just says our plant. Michael, you're at time.
No, I'm just extending this.
No, Michael. With everything you've been doing right here, I don't want to hear anything about things being extended. Are you done, Michael? Before you're like, "Am I done yet? Am I done yet? Am I done yet?" Now you're done, and now you're like, "No."
Okay, I'm done. So you got the C chat. Let this be a lesson to you that if you make me do things that Michael takeovers, I will make school stuff appear where children get punished for being bad. So yeah, it's all yours now.
As punish, I shall make porn.
No, not porn. They're wearing dunce hats. They're dumps. Smiles make it worse. No, they're not. No, oh, wait, Rarity is smiling, isn't she? I didn't fix that. Let me use the restroom. Be right back.
There we go. Was that a little better? I'm a little disturbed though. Okay, we're just gonna leave that open so the next time I open that file, that's what Michael gets. I'm not sure I want to entice a llama. I remember actually that the llama in that game would like bounce and his butt would shake, kind of like weird. Oregonian? Oregonian, just I don't know how you say that. That sounds like it's a word that shouldn't exist. Like Oregon. Well, all the smiles make it worse. Yeah, no. What's this coot, Michael? I named the file Michael take yeah, Michael's in charge. Stelling's a coot. Because it makes it funnier.
Okay. Oh, I just hope everyone learned a lesson.
Yeah, that they want it more.
No, this had the opposite effect.
Mm-hmm.
Michael's funny fans. No, Nolan, I think you took away the wrong messaging. What is cool, Michael? It's cool. Cool things. Cool things are cool. Back to some good old spike abuse.
I have to find some other things where there's a constant cheering or something. I don't know. I enjoyed what you did. I bet you a lot of people did. Maybe in different ways.
No one likes school. You're not supposed to like it.
No one likes school.
Nerds like school.
You're a nerd.
Nerds.
You're a nerd.
I don't like school. I'm not that big a nerd.
And you're a nerd.
Like super big nerd.
Michael, you like researched game engines repeatedly just so you could put a horse in it.
Yeah.
Nerd.
I like horse. I learned entire skill sets for horse.
I don't want to be called that, and I'm a nerd. Oregon Argonian. Sir folk. I don't know. Oh yeah, that doesn't say. Yeah, we're never gonna open that file again until the next time.
It shouldn't be next time. You guys shouldn't like school. To keep this up, I'm gonna have delivery drivers who show up with their deliveries, and the person who they deliver to doesn't have money to pay them. That would be awkward for everyone. Nobody wants that. So let's just watch Spike get beat up.
Okay.
I want to see Spike get beat up.
Well, kind of. Right now, it's just about cleaning Spike up at the beginning. His little innocent bit. Before the pain.
Yeah, funny thing. You say that legendary. When I was younger, right out of high school, I tried to apply to the Geek Squad at Best Buy.
That was kind of like, I would say, like a job that I wanted as well. But then I'm glad I never did.
I found out something pretty quick about the job, though. I had already taken vocational school at that point, A+ and Cisco. So I thought, heck, I can get this, right? Because I had my high school education, I had my vocational school at that point. Didn't have my college yet. It was in between that. But they weren't looking really for people to fix things. They already had people to fix things. They were looking for salespeople. to sell things, and so they pick somebody far more attractive than me to do the job. That's fine. You live, you learn. I don't particularly regret not getting that job, so it's fine.
Yeah, I wanted to do I liked tech stuff, but there's a lot of different ways to do tech. But
Yes.
back then, when we were younger, what places were there that did tech?
There really wasn't a lot. It was
At least there was like different places sometimes, but it was either mom and pop shops or Best Buy.
yeah,
So Circuit City kind of.
they didn't really ever have a geek squad.
No, it was all real sales guys. But if you want to be around tech,
Yeah.
but yeah, Best Buy was the best place for things. Now, I went in there for Black Friday, and it's basically video games, refrigerators, and iPods.
Back in the heyday of Radio Shack would have been better.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But
But they were killed by internet.
before they just became a cell phone depot.
I can kind of understand why they were maybe trying that, but their market was about selling small things to a niche audience that now could buy it in bulk online cheaper.
Yeah. Well, it was also
just-
the Hobby Lobby for techies, like real techies.
Well, I wouldn't say techies. Like techies implies to me the people that like the electronics, that's the people that are going another level past that.
Yes.
The people that want to build it.
Yeah.
So
And
like
there
that's
used to be a lot of that, but not anymore.
well, because nowadays,
You just buy it.
well, no, like a lot of electronics have gotten so small. Trying to do some stuff by hand, depending on or why would you need to do a whole thing with Raspberry Pis? You do they're universal. They're everything. Yeah, you might have to do a little soldering, but not near as much as you used to.
Everything's done for you now. Yeah.
Yeah, Raspberry Pi is kind of made it gave accessibility for small computing playing around for a much larger audience.
But back in the day, if you had an electronic that blew up, you could go to Radio Shack and you could get the pieces, the resistors, the transistors, the fuses that you needed to fix it. But then I guess radios got cheaper, televisions didn't break as often. It just wasn't necessary anymore. And at a certain point, it just got too hard for the individual to fix themselves.
Yeah, electronics became too complicated, too small. Because if you open up the back of a TV from 1950s, you could literally follow the traces.
I don't know if it got too small because I could still fix it, but it definitely got to the point where you had to know more than just electronics. You had to know PLC programming and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You can't reverse well, you could, but it would take you a lot of time to try to reverse engineer a integrated circuit. And most people aren't going to put that kind of time.
Most places though aren't going to make customs like microchips and stuff. They're going to probably just try to use some off-the-shelf solution and make that's universal, they like an ASIC or something, and try to make it work. But then, in doing so, you can probably look up the diagrams and stuff for the chips. If a chip has an ID number on it, you can look it up.
If it's common.
Yeah, but that's most people if they can. If you're getting a super cheap something, it's a common part.
But like the radio in your car, I know how to fix that only because I spent years staring at the schematics. If I hadn't done that, I would struggle to fix that because companies do not give up schematics. You're not going to find most schematics just on the internet because companies keep those close to their chest. Because they don't want you fixing it. They want you to send it to them to fix. I can fix anything if I have a schematic. I'm cool like that. Also, I have a decade and a half of experience in that.
You fix anything if you have the schematics.
Anything if I have the schematic, I can fix it.
All right. So if I find the schematics for a nuclear reactor.
And you need me to fix it?
Yeah.
That seems like we're in the worst shape.
All right. We're going to get a time machine. We're sending you back to Chernobyl.
I saw that. I saw.
I'm
the
giving it,
series.
and I'm gonna do
There's
it
more-
5 minutes
more
before
issues.
explosion.
It only had issues right up until the very end.
Yeah, but you said you can fix it. I give you schematics.
Explode.
That's what you said.
There's a guy I could punch that would stop it. Essentially, that was almost intentional.
Yeah, but is it an eventuality though? If that guy did something wrong, it means somebody else, if it didn't do it then, was going to do something
There
wrong.
was like a series of things.
Yeah, do you think they were going to fix it?
There was too much pride on the line.
No. I mean, if that person didn't do it,
It wouldn't have happened.
not at all.
No.
Never.
No.
It means all those other things are still wrong.
They pushed a reactor to its limit intentionally.
Okay, and what
For an
says they weren't going to do that again?
It was for an experiment.
So yeah, but if it did, then what's to say tomorrow, the next day, they weren't going to be like, well, can we push it another 5%?
Because the person who pushed it went way past what he should have.
Yeah.
It's over pride.
And then they would learn. Oh well,
There was a fault, and that did
Yeah.
blow up and
Assessment.
explode. But
you remember the Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck big game party special from Cartoons Friday? That was a lot of words. I do not though. Our maker place used to have a Riffle Radio Shack like shop. All the old tools for building circuits all over the last 5-ish years. Nobody uses it anymore because you can just order chips and boards online cheaper. Well, kind of. If you need a single a single resistor, it's way cheaper to find a place like that. But if it doesn't exist anymore, now nobody's going to ship you a transistor. You have to buy a pack. It's just not worthwhile from anybody's perspective to ship you a single resistor unless you're going to charge you 100 times what it's actually worth.
they'll send you a thing of them.
That's where there are some things I like buying online, but like a lot of hardware stuff, that's what, like, going to a hardware store is sometimes still better because you don't need a box of screws. You need one screw, like a specific thing. Like I needed to go over there because I just needed one grommet, but I couldn't buy a single grommet. I would have had to buy a pack online for like $6-7, or I could just go and buy one for $1.50 per unit. The bulk was cheaper, but then I would have 4 that I don't need.
That's what a toolbox is for. Just throw them in there.
Yeah, but I'm never gonna need it's a very specific width one.
Like, I'm holding on to an extra fuse for that dryer in case that blows again.
But yeah, I'm not gonna go and buy a whole bunch of grommets to need them in the future, because if I ever need another one, I'll just go buy another one, and if I need another one, then I'll go buy another one. I'm not gonna spend a bunch of money to hold on to it.
To the store.
You're anime right now. Kind of. I mean, yeah.
You said it.
I mean, it's
Ranting about grommets and Wallaces.
No, I mean, we're see, look at Spike. He's just getting this little flower. He's so happy, and then he's go. Boop.
Gotta get this out for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, see, this is called peak animation.
Is the Super Bowl this weekend or the weekend next?
2 weeks from now, actually. I was off by a week, so I actually have extra time.
That's good. You can add the cheerleaders in. Guys, vote on your socks.
I was gonna see if you say toasters again. It's always toasters.
So vote on your socks now to whether or not he should add cheerleader ponies
Oh, Jay.
into this animation.
Yeah, we're taking a stupid face that we did a while back, and they're just making something funny from it.
Put sock left. That means yes. I think that means yes.
I really don't. I thought about changing this, but I kind of like that he's just blank Spike.
I do too. I don't think you could improve it. I think any emotion would just give Spike personality, and he doesn't have any. So it would be a lie.
Oh, that's where I'm noticing that difference. I thought it was on the other camera. I gotta round it here. Okay. Oh yeah, that's much better. Now I don't notice the transition. Before, like, without this, you can kind of feel that about this point, like it just suddenly has this like change in motion. But if I round this out, now it's pretty consistent. Because of that, though, I can mark this one. Oh, let me bake. This is balance there. Okay, so I'm gonna say that I can't really. I'm not gonna mark anything.
Oh, your phone's about to die. Well, it sounds like you're gonna leave us, sus man.
Can you plug in?
Plug in, don't leave. Plug in. Powering down. I think the most years back when I went to Italy, I was completely relying on my phone to get around from place to place. And by the time I reached my destination, and keep in mind that without my phone, I would have never found my destination. I think I was on 3% power. So it's called cutting it close. When I was actually sitting in front of the place to talk to somebody to figure out how my stay situation. And while I was sitting there, my phone died. It's called being on a lifeline. I don't know where the charger is. Got chargers scattered throughout this place.
I realized I have about 15 micro cables, and I don't know where. I keep finding more of them. I always keep a USB-C and a micro over here.
I need more C. I have micros all over the place.
I have a couple C's. I don't have too many C's. I feel like I need a.
I could use a few more C's.
And I at one point a while back, I bought a couple like USB-C cables and micro cables that have a couple of different lengths. Mm-hmm. But oh my god, the amount of micro cables I have now. It's like, because most devices like a keyboard and a mouse use micro to charge because the infrastructures.
Yeah.
Well, it's just micro from all the the inner workings of things tend to be much simpler and easier and cheaper on micro. USB-C costs a bit more. And when most companies are playing off of low margins, 5 cents difference, they're going to go with the cheaper option.
Yeah, it follows your device. Charging a keyboard, why not?
Yeah, like I kind of wish this, my stuff was on USB-C, because then I would only need one cable. But at the same time,
in 5 years,
these aren't that old. Like this keyboard is still being sold.
Yeah, no.
So, and this keyboard is also. Actually, I never did a deck flex on this. Twist test. This thing does not twist.
Very sturdy.
It is very nice. No, if you want to update the BIOS on this, it requires specific, not BIOS, the firmware. It requires pretty specific cables. If I go grab any cable, half the time it will say nope.
Okay, so you need ones with the proper data transfer rate.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying. My monitor's the fun one, because the monitor has to be hooked up through, or the computer has to be hooked up through it, but my main computer is not what the computer's USB is hooked up to. It's the stream computer. So to upgrade my monitor's firmware, I have to go to the stream computer and upgrade it through there. Mm-hmm. It's really goofy, but it works. I'll see you later, Brony.
See ya.
Oh, you find your charger. Nice.
What? Oh. Charging cables, man.
That's not a look.
That looked savage. Like, kick the dragon. Yes. I feel like that's still very. Oh, my. Very happy. So when they bringing back G4? What do you think, guys? Now that G5 is essentially dead. I mean, it's not, but I have not been keeping up with the 2D shorts.
What?
I'm sorry.
I have most of it on the Plex, actually.
The 2D?
Yeah. Well, no, not most of it, maybe. I was working on it, but it takes a while.
Pretty sure all the 3D stuff that's ever going to exist.
The ride never ends.
So.
Thank you very much, Nolan. The ride never ends. Yes. I know a lot of the 2Ds are on YouTube, but just like any other platform, any place you can go to get something like that is not under your control, they're just going to take it away at some point.
Well, it's all on YouTube.
Yeah, and it is, but at some point they could decide it's gone
anymore.
So I'm trying to make sure I get as much stuff as I can. Like, so yes, it's free, so I just get it myself.
I like to believe deep in my heart that they're just trying to figure everything out again. That's why you can't find pony stuff on the shelves at all right now. And there's just the 2D shorts. It feels like we're back in that weird in between when Pony Life was over, but G5 hadn't started yet, and we were just getting those like clay animation horses on YouTube. Kind of feels like we're there again. Which I liked those clay animation horses. So at least it's not completely gone. What is happening? Why is her head touching her butt? she's been working out. Like, that's my butt. That's my butt.
No, because like her eye can't turn any more than this, but now it looks like she's looking at the camera. So I'm trying to adjust things to where I can potentially allow her to not look at the camera.
Silver, I don't know what Pale World is, but is there ponies in it?
It's the Pokemon ripoff looking game that's become the second most played game in his Steam history.
Is it on Sword or is it on Unreal?
Okay, so Michael,
find out what engine it's on.
Hold on. No, it's okay. So Michael, how many people do you think are playing this game?
It looks like Pokemon, so all of them.
Like it's Pokemon with guns.
Oh, okay.
But can you guess how many people are playing it?
That is just a straight up rip off of Zelda.
Kind of.
Oh, 50. Just under 1 million.
Baldur's Gate doesn't even have near that.
It's like cheap Pokemon. That's also Zelda.
But there's only been like a couple games in history of Steam that have ever broken 1 million concurrent players, and this is now the one of them. So, and it's only been out for less than a week.
Power.
Came out January 19th. No, and it's actually rated well. It's rated 93%. Somebody already made a mod that made it so that you play as Ash Ketchum and had all Pokemon. And then it immediately got banned.
Find out what engine it's on.
I don't know, and I don't care.
But if it's on Unreal, I can put ponies in it.
There already is probably a Ponyta ripoff.
I can just make them all pony.
I think it still has online issues though. Oh yeah, it probably has issues. It's in early access and it's already got that many players. I only heard of it like yesterday. Why is everyone is playing it? I've heard about it it's Unreal Engine 5.
Oh my.
No, I've heard about it for a very long time, actually, months and months and months. It looked stupid in the fact that in the FAQ there was the question, is this a scam? And they were like, no. And it's actually rated really well, and it seems like they put a lot of time into it. But some people were
guns. Is there just like, are they just like using assault rifles?
Apparently,
Pokemon?
when you have certain pals, you can get like weapons that you can use certain weapons that are associated with them. Not that many use guns.
Okay.
But you can. Some do have guns.
I'm just imagining Call of Duty.
Looks like a scam. If it's a scam, it's a highly rated scam.
Is it okay?
Yeah, it's a fun game.
Is the studio in some country where trying to sue them for like IP laws?
No, they've already done all their checks. Apparently, based on what they have, there should be no worry from Nintendo. But some people are doing comparisons between the models between some, and they're finding some are uncannily familiar or like similar or like mergers of things. But also when Pokemon has like 1,000 Pokemon,
it's hard not to make similar things.
If you make a creature, yes, it's going to look somewhat Pokemon. I've been playing
it's like I made this amorphous blob. Pokemon already has that. You stole that amorphous blob. That Pokemon did that first.
I need to still go back to this, but I was playing Cassette Hero, and Cassette Hero is essentially just kind of Pokemon as well. And a lot of those creatures you could say are Pokemon-esque. It feels a little bit, but like the combat and stuff is about
just straight up Digimon.
But that game is also pretty cool with that. So if you're looking for a Pokemon-esque game, that one's also good. It's Pokemon satire with a heavy leaning of survival builder. Yeah, I've heard it's not as it's Pokemon in that there's pals, but the game is more about survival.
It's Pokemon means 7 Days to Die.
Yeah, it's like survival base building and stuff. It's more to it than that. You can assign your pals to be workers to do things and stuff too.
It's kind of neat.
You can have slave labor.
Derpy is too cute. I agree. You should come to my Stray stream where I play as Derpy. See, this is cool. You can force the pals to work, and you can capture people too. Wait,
The people one apparently, if you capture the people in a Pokeball type thing, the police don't like it. But the best part is you can basically capture a person, as far as I can tell, then sell the parts. It's a much darker version of Pokemon.
Sell the parts.
Yeah, it's not made for kids, I would say.
You're selling people,
Like, hold on.
forcing them to work.
Look at this picture. It's from the game. Heart in your
They're
mind.
just like food trays in a line.
No, there's metal bars.
Oh, they're smelting.
But yeah, I mean, it's just machine guns. I mean, it's definitely the right amount of ridiculous. So, but no, it's not a bad game either.
I would play it if there's like a co-op.
And also, that's the other best part is it's not a $60 game. It's technically $27
Cheap.
for what it is. Yeah.
No, I get it.
You can sell the things you capture. Humans are the most expensive besides legendary Pokemons, but I'm guessing that the police don't like it, and you can get in trouble.
Yeah, but if you can like get away with it, can you just force them to work on your farm? Because that's concerning. You shouldn't be able to steal people.
Why not?
Wrong. Lambs are one thing. I want like Game Boy horses. I want a game where you can just steal horses.
Steal horses? Like from the
Take it back to your house.
Yeah, I found it fair and square at the hospital. In a box labeled like for the mother and shortly after birth.
Look at all these free children I can take home.
This is this place I went to. It's full of children. It was great. That's a school. I know, isn't it wonderful? School. I wish we had these back home.
I hear the places where children get punished, and people should not like them. How long does it take to make one animation? 2-minute animation takes about 2 minutes. 2 minutes 50 seconds.
It depends. I wouldn't say I'm the most efficient when I'm streaming, but it's about motivation. It's a lot easier to keep working on stuff in that way. But it also depends. Like if you had an entire audience of unique people moving, that's going to be a lot different than if somebody's just zoomed in on the face. Like I usually would say a second to an hour. So an hour of work to a second of video is usually the best way. Not every second's going to take an hour, but others might take a lot more. You have to build the whole scene around somebody and all the animation that goes along with it and the cleanup and then the lighting, all that ties into it. So that's the rough amount, but I've definitely had some that have taken more than that and a lot that have taken less. So
making my way downtown. That's a great one. It'd take you a lot of time either. Either that one you said in like one stream. Making my way downtown Milky Way.
Making my the Milky Way one took me one day. It took me it was hours. That one was purposely meant to be as quick as possible.
And then you're just like, I should do more like that, and then you just like, but this could be better. That's cool. I made an animation today. Got done in 30 minutes. And it was top tier.
Oh yeah, it was something.
Oh my. Even in my eyes. More on the hippogriffs. Yes.
But it depends too. Like with most things, the closer you get to what you would consider perfection, it starts being exponentially more work. So if you want to get halfway towards perfection, it might take you an hour, but to get 20 or from 50% to 75% might take now 4 hours. And then if you want to get to 90%, now it's going to take you 12 hours. Because you start to do small little nuanced changes to make things better, start taking more and more and more and more work. So a big thing with this, or with anything, any creative thing, it's knowing when you've done enough, where you can say, like I usually try to aim for 80% towards perfect, because usually you're most of the way there and you're starting to get into like the amount of time where everything you're going to do is so minor, it's not going to matter, but it's going to be wasting a ton of time doing it. So get the idea across, get it to look nice, and then just stop. Like even here, like I don't even care, like her hooves are kind of sliding there and whatnot. I don't care too much on that because it's I want to potentially put some stuff in the ground. That field's not final, but also if you like look at it with how that camera moves, you can't even tell that it slides.
That child. You know, one of my dreams is to become an animator. That's fantastic, sis man. Follow your dream.
It's fun from a creative side of things, but from a job side of things, like I like doing it because I have full control. Like I get anything I do, it's what I want to do. From the storyboarding to the animating to the lighting, everything is what I want to do. If you're working at a place and doing that,
probably matters about the place, whether or not you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're like say I want to work at Pixar, what you're going to be given is like 10 seconds of video where you have to go and do certain character things, and that's your next 6 months. So it's a lot of more nuanced things, super detailed, but also where you are told exactly what to do and how it should be done. You don't have as much creative freedom. You're creating, but without imagination, and which is a little bit more what I wouldn't want. But then there's also small studios where if you're the only animator for a gaming studio, you probably have a ton of flexibility as to what you can do, and that might be way more fun. But then you're also going to probably be doing a lot more crunch and stuff when there's less people to absorb some of it. So when I started doing some of this, I was thinking like, would this be something I would like doing as a job? And I pretty quickly decided no. I like it as a hobby. It's just not my thing. Doesn't mean it's not somebody else's, just isn't mine.
If I could pick any job in the world to be, I think I want to be a drunken circus clown. Not a good clown, a drunk clown who barely makes any money, definitely sleeps in like the hayloft with the animals, and cries himself to sleep when he goes to bed at night. But he's alive and he can afford his liquor.
So you want to be this guy?
No, not that.
That's exactly what you were describing.
Oh, that guy is high. I don't want to be high. I want to be drunk.
Just the one thing.
Besides, he looks like he put some work in. I don't want to do that. Why don't you go back?
No, I like that. There was the one quote from Murderface where he's like, I woke up with a clown's hand down my pants. That's what I did today.
Good show.
It was.
The best part of that whole series is just hamburger time.
Bing bang boom hamburger time.
My uncle went to the doctor, had this huge growth on his neck, but he was fine.
Apples, apples.
Next thing you know, bing bang boom, lights out hamburger time. I got a voice impression.
Well, it's also Murderface's like lisp, like bing bang boom hamburger time. Like the way he says it was so good.
I do booze.
And you gotta do it like the rock and roll clown.
do booze. It's like I do booze.
It sounds like you're trying to be a horse.
It's like I do booze.
Did you just?
I do booze.
You only have 2 modes.
No, what is this thing? Is like, I do cocaine.
I do cocaine.
I do booze.
Oh, that sounds really Lou when you say it that way.
It's supposed to.
But why is it that you always just default to like the queen?
She's amazing. You know, she's
Like
dead.
I need to do a voice impression. I'm okay.
Give me a voice impression. I'll do it spot on.
Christopher Walken.
I'm Christopher Walken. Ooh. Perfect. Spot
Sean
on.
Connery.
I'm Sean Connery. Ooh. I'm Scottish.
Your mother.
Ooh. That's it.
When you think of your mother, you think of ooh.
Yeah. Don't you? You don't love your mother.
That's us.
If you loved your mother more, you'd think ooh when you think of her. That's on you.
That's a quote.
It's like Applejack. It's increasingly sus. The little eyebrow. I feel like this is just like the Applejack courtship dance with Rainbow Dash. How they show each other they love each other. This is a shipping video. And now you all know and it can't go away. This is just how Applejack and Rainbow Dash kiss. They kick Spike back and forth. Finally got the Apple Dash video we've all been waiting for.
Yeah, that's great. Let's collect this enough.
Just have a big heart up here above, like a rainbow. And the arc that Spike is taking, a big rainbow above it.
I think the thing that's gonna be the most annoying with this shot is tail, because it clips. There it's not too bad, but one of the other ones it was clipping pretty bad.
Oh, and she goes kick him, it clips right through his head.
If it only lasts for like a frame or two, it's like whatever.
Oh my!
You can only do lewd, British, and Marge.
Yeah. Ooh, Homer! Ooh! That's a good Marge, right?
Sure.
Thought so.
Like here, her tail.
I want you all to know that impression hurts me.
Which one?
The British one.
Why?
A physical pain. Nobody should be able to make those noises. Except for the Queen.
Yeah, because you made fun of the Queen, like the gods. I'm like fighting you.
Trying to take me out.
Another
Apples, apples, apples.
British Marge. Oh, yeah. You're making me do a
Apples,
voice.
apples.
It's like, ooh, Homer. You're home early.
like Homer's home.
That's pretty spot on, right?
It was something.
So that was your British March. Stop. Why would I stop? Marge. Merge.
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 Help me merge.
Let me merge. I fall in the hole again, Merge. Marge, the ants are eating me, Marge. Oh. Marge, why are you pouring honey on me? Marge, stop.
What?
She wants the ants to eat him.
Oh,
Trying to give her the body. What were you thinking? His head's always.
you had a lewd Marge, so I thought maybe you were doing lewd Homer.
She's pouring honey all over Marge. The honey badgers.
No, I thought you were running over Homer.
Yeah. Homer was getting honey poured all over him by Marge.
Yeah, but you said it was Marge getting honey on her.
No, it's
Are
Homer.
they both getting honey?
I mean, if that's how you want to imagine it,
Is this how you
it's not
like?
what I was doing.
Is this why you needed a tall pot for your mead so that you could fit Marge's hair?
Just dip it in there.
Apparently, do you know like there was an old or what the old original idea for the tall blue hair was?
And it just said she was older or something.
It was to hide her ears.
Oh, because she's supposed to have super huge ears.
That was a thing that he was supposed that like Matt Groening was gonna had as a background thing. It was supposed to be that she was wearing a wig to hide these giant bunny ears, but then it ended up being it was just normal hair. But in one of the video games, when she gets zapped, they show the skeleton outline. You can see the ears.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it was.
That could be a Halloween episode. They could finally do that in.
Oh yeah, here. It was the vacuum. That's what it was.
Oh, and the Nightmares one. Yeah.
Yeah, she so the ears. Then she got zapped. It was showing the ears in there too. Here, so it was designed that way because the creator Matt Groening wanted to hide her rabbit ears. Her bunny ears can be seen in the Simpsons arcade game.
But she has actual side ears, so she would have two sets of ears.
You're trying to make sense from the Simpsons. But yeah, but then they did change it at some point where her hair went down.
Fun. I did not know that. She has rabbit ears, yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, did you like the video I made with Scootaloo? My Scootaloo video? You know what they need is a fresh coat for source filmmaker. Somebody needs to commission that. And then you could make fresh coat videos. Wouldn't that be fun? Shipping videos? Fresh coat? That'd be fun.
Well, having a fresh coat model could be neat, but mainly because just having more options is good.
Anybody know a modeler?
I used to.
That won't hide.
I used to, but I haven't.
I could probably do it.
I don't interact with much of that side of the community like I used to.
Just like, I made this for you. Use the pony model that I made, and you pull it out, and it's just some like poor amalgamation that wants to die. It's like I put bones on it and everything, and nothing bends at the right place. Be a masterpiece. I should do that. Just bring in my first attempt at modeling a horse, or anything more than a hat. It's like, look at this horse. She's beautiful.
Okay, his other hand is also still clipping right there.
No, I'm not gonna model the abomination. I told you, body horror upsets me. I don't like for a little while the Lyra ant.
It's not body horror. That's just a new horse.
It's basically the Fly.
So in the Fly, was the Fly? Who was the Fly? Like the guy that did in the movie.
There's been like 3 versions. I've only ever seen the original.
But wasn't one of them Jeff Goldblum?
One of them was Jeff Goldblum.
Okay, yeah, because then Conan was doing an interview with them, brought up the Fly, and I'm like, what?
His version of the Fly wasn't well received, if I remember correctly. Though I think it gained a bit of a cult following later.
Once he became kind of more famous.
No.
Maybe, yeah.
I've only ever seen the original, and it was fine. It was weird movie. Lion is amazing. Kind of creepy though. I like pony, not ant pony. Pony is cute. Ant pony is like creepy exoskeleton pony. chest version because he puked acid on people. That's terrifying. I don't remember that in the original version. Didn't puke acid on anybody. The terrifying thing about the original version is that you had a half man, half fly. Or the man with that fly head, and he was like slowly losing his mind because his mind was slowly transforming into that of a fly's. And then you had a fly which was having the opposite problem. It was slowly gaining the intelligence of a man. The Fly was on the TV the other day. It's a weird movie. I don't like it. It falls into that body horror category of things I do not like. That's why I didn't seek out to watch the other ones. The Trolls movie, where like I've never sat and watched Trolls all the way through. Like, you know, the movie where like they're eating her and next they're gonna eat me. That film. Where there's like a scene where some woman is transforming that dude into a plant. And he's like puking out green and he's like half plant, and that, I think that traumatized me for a while when I was a kid. Didn't like it.
What about Little Shop of Horrors?
That's a great movie.
You get that the plant eats people.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, but you know what happens inside the plant?
I don't care. I can't see it. It's happening in the plant. It's fine.
Would you watch Human Centipede?
I've seen bits and pieces, and I don't.
What if there was horses?
Oh, horses! So save them.
It's the Human Centipede with horses. It's still called the Human Centipede, though.
Human Centipede is just a nasty film. Can't watch it.
It's somebody with a stupid idea that decided to market it.
Yeah, it's kind of like how I can't watch the movie. Like I love the dude. What's his name? The guy from, the director from Chainsaw Bob. The guy who played Silent Bob. What's his name? Can't remember all the time. Kevin
Silent
Smith.
Bob.
It's Kevin Smith. He made the movie, and I love his work.
He did Centipede?
No, he did Tusks.
What the hell is that?
It's where the surgeon slowly turns a dude into a walrus, and they like discuss he's like, he kidnaps him, and he slowly turns him into a walrus.
Okay, Michael.
Or, yeah, Tusk. It's a weird, upsetting film. I don't like it. It's some more body horror stuff.
I hate body horror, but I know all about them.
No, I just know the movies that not to watch.
You basically like, what movies have body horror? And then you're like, just Google it a bunch. You're like, yes.
Avoid
that one. No, they can't watch that one. I might want to double check. I'll watch the first hour and a half.
Because movies with body horror tend to get attention from like the internet community for a while because they're so disturbing.
Jason said they watched the Pony Centipede movie.
No.
Michael, if somebody made a Pony Centipede animation,
I would be so upset.
You would, but you'd still watch it.
Only because I'd be like, want somebody to save them. Come and save the ponies.
You can save them by refusing that it exists.
Oh, it shouldn't exist.
I mean, like, oh, what's happening to the ponies? This is so sad. Oh, wait, what happened 10 seconds ago? I'm going to back up.
Like, I've been watching Pony Tumblr, and for whatever reason, what's super popular is a disease called the smile disease, and it's essentially zombies. But it's very upsetting. Pony Tumblr is weird sometimes. I know, I don't watch it. I'm just aware of them. What his face was the guy who turned into the walrus. The Harry Potter actor. I don't remember the actor. I only know that was a Kevin Smith movie. That's as much as I know about Tusk. Source will make her crash. Oh, you're looking for something.
I'll see turf. No, there's nothing else I thought. So I really wish there was like a thicker grass model, but I think
28 pranks later, yeah, was the episode where you get the pony zombie episode. That one's fun. Pony's making a reference to a zombie film. It's just uncanny fun. Oh no.
I had my other library open. I should have known that was going to happen. Pretty sure I just saved it though.
Okay. Wait, there's a movie called The Walrus and one called Tusk made by Kevin Smith. I don't want to know what The Walrus is. I'm afraid after knowing about Tusk.
It's a sequel.
I maybe didn't need a sequel.
And then there's one called The Human, where the walrus wants to be back to human.
Turns him into a human, slowly morphs a walrus into a man.
Yeah, the traumatizing Dash episode was actually funny. Because, it was a good way to teach her a lesson.
And she kept pranking the whole town, so the whole town pranked her.
Yeah, somehow they all communicated together.
Pinky's a good organizer.
Well, Pinky they can just have, anytime something just defies logic, they say Pinky did it, and then we're like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
They legit had an entire episode about Pinky doing things nobody could explain. It's my least favorite episode of season 1. I hate feeling Pinky King. I despise that episode. Not all of season 1 is good. And it's because of the episode feeling Pinky King. I like the premise of the whole Pinky sense. I just hate how much of they just like Twilight. You're wrong because just because you can't prove it doesn't make it not real. It's dumb. I like it. They literally have her stand on a soapbox. Now I'm waking up. Stop. And what is that look she's giving Spike as he's like twirling towards you, like, come over.
But this is what you're going to
boy.
see.
Yeah.
So it was more of, I was going for like a look that worked, but he was going to be the one focus. It's once it gets to about, she's going to fart him away and let, she's like,
It does look like she doesn't even kick. Just you're goes flying in the other direction.
I have an idea.
Make fire noise. Yeah. Yeah, poot. I've been poot. I poot. How do you not have fart noises? We've talked about this. Gotta get a horn. Type in horn.
Horn?
Mm-hmm. Like a bicycle horn.
It's a ship horn. Do that one. There we go.
Because why not? You just need a big old fart double.
It's like it's the car horn.
It's amazing. So you make a better version. this squirrel.
Obviously.
AJ, I think you need a doctor. You do, but you don't trust them. Doctors in their witchcraft. Wait,
Oh no. But where'd it go? Where'd it go?
she booted it off.
It did.
Well, what I did was lewd.
I could do another dimension. It succumbed to gravity.
A lot of build up. Amazing. Big applejack ass. Was what it was.
I like the idea of like the audience is just cheering and then it just gets quiet and then it just keeps going.
Everyone goes home and they're still just doing it. He's been dead for hours. I want to know what some of the people had for supper tonight. In chat, I want to know what are you all eating that I didn't get. 'Cause I need ideas for different food. I feel like we've been eating the same thing a lot. Hey, there's salmon. We should eat salmon. Smoked Gouda and crackers? That's food, I suppose. Sounds like something John would eat. John's very much, he'll admit, he'll just sit down and eat cheese.
You're the one that says you could just eat cheese all day.
I could. I probably would too. Wasn't for those meddling kids. And they're, if I just came over and set a block of cheese in front of you, like here's dinner, enjoy.
You didn't even prepare. You just cut it in half.
No, it's still in the plastic. You plop it in front of you. Good luck.
It's like Lunchables, but we took the meat and the crackers away.
Just cheese.
Just cheese.
It's a big brick of cheddar.
Smoked Gouda, smoked Gouda or smoked Swiss with some pretzel crackers. I could eat that all day.
Celsius drink and pork. I don't know what a Celsius drink. Am I seeing that right?
Mm-hmm. It's the name of a brand.
Never heard of that. Also, Subway is good. I do like Subway. Probably better than a lot of sub places. And just saying that, I feel like he's already upset at me.
Subway's not
I like Subway. I do. It's better. I think there's a reason there's a lot of them all over the place.
Because it's franchising. People want to make money off it, and then they realize that it's crap.
No, they're tasty sandwiches.
No, I've not. I would so much rather go to like Potbelly's or.
It's too heavy.
You can get smaller sandwiches, or go to Panera, or go to Firehouse.
Kill you. I've never been to a Firehouse.
Firehouse subs. It's kind of. I think it's kind of like a Quiznos.
Yeah, I've been to Quiznos. It's an energy drink. What are you doing just pork and energy drinks? No, it doesn't sound like a well-rounded meal. Here's my pork chop and
Michael, well-rounded meal. You're talking about eating a block of cheese for dinner.
Yes, it's delicious.
It's not even round; it's a square.
It's one square meal a day.
One round.
Square.
What? A well-rounded square.
Yes. Firehouse and Quiznos, take that. Firehouse like
No, I've never had Firehouse that I can think of. There's only one that I know of. It's not that. It was really close to where we were at our last townhome, and it was super close to my old work. It was like a block away, but I just never really went there. It was also next door to a Wendy's, and if I'm going to choose between the two, I'd like my Wendy's.
If you go. I like spicy Italian. They have spicy Italian sandwiches. That's my favorite from Subway. Is it as good as Subway? I bet it's not.
No, I used to go to Subway a lot, but it was because it was one of those trying to eat healthy, but you don't have time. But all the food, I feel like even back then it wasn't great quality, and I'm not going to see it that the quality went up.
Care. It's like when they said the tuna fish isn't actually tuna fish. I don't care. It tasted good.
But then if you don't care, then there's plenty Jersey Mike's. Jersey Mike's is good. It's cold cut sandwiches.
That's good. Sounds good.
Subway is better than Jersey Mike's.
Yes. See, I knew he'd be upset.
Like, they're not even on the same level. Jersey Mike's is so much better.
Why? Because they got Danny DeVito as a spokesman?
No, they put like good. All the ingredients they have are really, really good. You can get handmade cheesesteak. And like it's really good.
Why? Of course it's handmade. They're assembling the sandwiches at all these shops.
Yeah. Subway, I am pretty sure if you just get the cut and dry sandwich, they go in the bag and be like, I need to go and get new gloves, and they walk out with your sandwich after putting it in the microwave. The fact that like when you do the chicken there, sometimes like I remember getting the full chicken breast, like I think they used to microwave it right there.
No. That's how you warm things up.
No, that's so bad. Subway's crap.
Subway's fine.
No, again, Jersey Mike's king. Jersey Mike's. I used to go between Population and Jersey Mike's all the time for lunch. There were when I had to go to a lunch for one of my previous jobs, I went back and forth between the two. Jersey Mike's, I'd always get a wrap. I always tell them not to cut it because with the oils, if you cut it, then it kind of soaks up in the middle and it's weird. Which I went to a Jersey Mike's once and they knew. I've always said before, don't cut it. And at that day, the regional manager was visiting. So the guy's in charge of everybody, and they were kind of joking me on the counter because Jersey Mike's tends to be a little chiller. And I said twice, I'm like, just don't cut it. And she goes, okay, yep, don't cut it. As she takes the knife and cuts it right down the middle, and then she looks at it and she goes, oh my god. And the regional manager's like, oh my god. And I started laughing because she just said that, and I'm like, no, it's fine. She goes, no, we're gonna get you a new one, and I'm like, no, it's fine. I just found that freaking hilarious that you say, all right, no, cut it.
It's just the regional manager was there,
because her brain's on automatic. Like they always go to cut it. And I think they ended up giving me like a free cookie and something else. But I laughed my ass off at that. Just no cut. Cuts it right in front of me.
No, spicy Italian, onions, black olives, spinach, tomato with oil and vinegar. That is what I would always get at Subway. If you go to a sub shop, any sub shop, and get anything besides oil and vinegar on your sandwich, I'm sorry, why you do that?
Well, that's Jersey Mike's is all about the oil. They have a really good oil they put on there, and they go on everything.
Yeah.
You can get it without it, but even with the wrap, it's just not the same. It
oil vinegar.
The oil, when you mix it with all the vegetables and the meat, just kind of like it just makes the sandwich feel not dry.
Yeah.
I feel so. Yeah. Jersey Mike's is great, but it's also whatever like they put some spices on there. From a shake or something, and that spices are so good.
I don't care who owns Subway as long as it stays like the same sandwiches. Now I'm from the days where we had the $5 footlongs, man.
Yeah, when it was $5 footlongs, but it was only like 5 different sandwiches that were on that list. It wasn't too bad.
Was one of them.
Yeah, I think the chicken sandwich was one, tuna was one. Yeah, that was better because it was like a lot of food, but like, was it now?
No idea.
Because with how everything has went at that point, if that was a deal, it's $10 probably for the deal.
Yeah.
And at that point, I'd just rather go anywhere else.
Yeah, fast food prices have outpaced inflation quite a bit. I think we had a rant. I had a rant about it regarding the 5 for $5 Arby's sandwiches that have like we used to be you get one Arby's sandwich for $1 so long as you bought 5. Now it's like $3.50 for one. That's 350%. Inflation has been rough, but not 350%. It's a mad world. I'll be right back.
Yeah, it's about they charge you with record profits, but still lay people off. It's all about they charge you what they think they can get away with, and that's how the market works. The whole point of market is that you'll pay they'll keep upping the price until they're losing out on maximizing profits. They could lose 20% business, but if they increase price, still increases revenue by 30%, then that loss of 20% still makes sense to them. So it's slowly chipping away at what people can afford and making the poorer classes even poorer. Italiano is only for cold cuts, not for spicy Italian. Yes. So it isn't even a competitor for Jersey Mike's. Yeah, I don't even think so. I would consider, like, in terms of like cold cut, that they might be along the same line, but I wouldn't even put them on the same whatever. Like I said, I used to go there. I knew the owner for the Potbellies that I always went to because he would just work the register sometimes. He was a super fun guy, and they knew me. And then Jersey Mike's, a lot of the people there got to know me too. But I went basically to one or the other a couple times a week for 3 years. I shouldn't have. I was being paid crap. Basically getting a sandwich from there was like a half hour of pay, so it was like eating up a lot of my day, but needed lunch.
Returned.
I think I can mark this one orange as well. I still have to like lock in some of the stuff, but for how blurred Rainbow Dash is gonna be, it doesn't matter.
Sunset doesn't. It's Italian oil. Wouldn't you think it would go on the spicy Italian?
Yeah, wine is Italian. Shouldn't you put wine on it too?
Yeah.
So I mean, that's
That'd
what
probably be pretty good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like just because something is from a country doesn't mean you're gonna throw it on everything.
No, I'm saying I would like the wine on the sandwich.
See,
it'd be like communion, but with some cold cuts in there.
How many spikes there are? Actually, I don't even know how it's translating the street. Probably less spikes, but I'm at 160.
How many spikes?
That one I'm not going to quite do yet because I have to adjust their tail positioning.
That's what I would do if I got to design sandwiches Subway. I'd have one with a wine and just call it the communion. The communion loaded. Lots of meat in there.
Well, that's the other sandwich place. Taco John's. What was I gonna say? Jimmy John's.
Jimmy John's.
Yeah, I would say Jersey Mike's is still better than Jimmy John's, but Jimmy John's their sandwiches are good. There's something about them that I do enjoy, and their whole shtick though was a fast delivery. So
none of them make my favorite sandwich though. Not a single one. You won't even let me make my favorite sandwich anymore.
Because I don't want my house smelling like shit.
Also, it's hard to find one burger. I don't know where to find it after that cheese place. It's probably somewhere in the city. I think somebody mentioned Lund's. I've never been to it in Lund's. It sounds
Lund's in Byerly?
Yeah, it's too fancy just looking at it from the outside. I want to go in there. They'll look at me and be like, the plebeian just walked through the door.
I mean, them and Whole Foods, maybe.
There's only one company in the United States that makes Limburger cheese. So, kind of hard to find. It used to be the most popular cheese in the United States once upon a time. Believe it or not.
They used to. if one company makes it, it's because all the others were like, yeah, this isn't worth it.
It's tasty. It just smells like
They found
armpit.
other uses for manure. As soon as they're like, we can turn this into fertilizer, Limburger cheese fell off the market.
Lewd to say about one of the best cheeses. I got hiccups now. No, we didn't have Potbellies in Kentucky either. I do remember a Firehouse sub, but I never went in there.
Yeah, like I said, I know of Firehouse. I've just never went in, and it's not that because they're not good. It's just because I just have no reason to. Well, right now I just don't eat because of my work's subsidized the cafeteria indoors. I got a chicken sandwich with pepper jack cheese, a grilled chicken sandwich, pepper jack cheese, and a brioche bun with tots today. It was like $4.50. It's like going somewhere would cost me more money in gas plus twice as much the food
I
there.
just buy like 48 packs of ramen and store them in the break room at work, and then that's my lunch for the month.
Yeah, but I only buy lunch at work twice a week too. It's not like I get coffee on the way too, but
You pay for coffee?
I go to Holiday because otherwise I have to spend all the time in the morning to it. They have free coffee at work, but our water is so bad. There was just a running joke at work for a good first 2 years or so of just how bad the coffee was, and people thinking that, well, if you go to that side of the building it's better. No, they were all horrible. It was horrible coffee. Creamer couldn't save it.
Yeah, they got half and half at our work right now, and I hate it.
Yeah, they've improved it, but all they did was buy better coffee. But I brought my fancy coffee from home and did my whole thing at work, and it still tasted like crap.
Yeah.
I messaged the head of facilities specifically and said, you're upgrading the coffee, but it's not going to do anything. Your water is crap. And he messaged back. He's like, yeah, we know. We're working on it, but it's kind of a complicated thing to fix. For an entire building, he goes, it's all hard water. We can't exactly filter it everywhere. So, yeah, they're working on it, but that's where I just stop at Holiday. I used to have the Sip and Save, but then the Sip and Save went way up in price.
Yeah,
it still would be cheaper to stick with the Sip and Save, but before it used to be like 50 cents a cup. Now it would have been a not much less than just buying it fresh or myself. Apparently, though, with my Perks card, Hy-Vee has really cheap coffee. If you have the Perks card, I just need to check to see if they're any good. I think it'd be half the price. It says Hy-Vee should have Limburger.
The derpy stream isn't until next week again. No, my favorite sandwich is liverwurst, Limburger cheese, a big slice of thick onion, and on rye bread toasted with butter. That's a good sandwich. And I would always cook it in the panini maker because I have one of those. Spends most of his time in storage. I think I brought it out once since coming into this house. And that was only so that I could prove that it was pretty good at making quesadillas. Ivy should have Limburger. It does not. Not that I've seen.
Have you checked?
I go through the cheese aisle all the time.
I hear you saying no in just a fancy way.
I'm saying no in that I feel like I would have noticed it.
Nope, you didn't look.
No,
you're Michael.
like I would have noticed.
You probably
in the bright, like shiny. Rabbits.
You probably forget you have feet sometimes, and you're trying to see if you would notice.
I don't think about my feet.
Yeah, if you look down, like, oh, what is this?
Weird crap. Weird little hands.
What are these little hands?
What are these
I thought I had hooves.
Hooves would be better.
No, they wouldn't.
You wouldn't have to wear shoes.
You wouldn't have to wear shoes.
Yeah.
So when it was cold out, hooves are fine.
Yeah.
And if it's like a foot of snow.
Horses don't seem to mind.
It's because we don't give. If you gave them boots, maybe they would want it to keep their toesies warm.
They got a hoof for that. Human feet would just freeze and fall off. And horses are just like, nah, I got this. It's better. Better being a horse, that's all. They can survive out in the cold. Human dead.
A lot of them give them blankets and stuff. They don't survive out in the cold.
Wild horses do.
You can survive in the cold too.
Not without like a ton of extra stuff. Horses can just.
No, you can do it. Go outside right now. I bet you can survive.
Yeah, because it's above freezing. I'd be very upset and probably like.
Yeah, but if it's below freezing, they probably have a barn with a heater.
No, the wild horses don't have a barn.
Yeah, they do. They're much more technically advanced than you understand.
They have a society.
Yes.
They build little cottages with hay roofs.
Yeah, they have they survive 10 horses to a place. It is great because their engines run on 10 horsepower.
Yeah,
so
it's pretty good.
Yeah,
Candy shops and dirt roads.
Willy Wonka horse.
Magic castles. Horses are better suited to the cold than our stupid selves. We just figured out how to stay warm inside little huts. They don't even need huts. Cool like that. For a warm-blooded animal that we are, if it gets so much as a little below freezing, we just fall over dead if we don't find shelter.
We like living in places that we're probably not made for, but it's not like we haven't. We can definitely do it.
Humans were made for the heat of like the desert, not for the cold of the winter. We're really good at sweating. That's what humans are good at. It's our pride. It's like, yes, but can you sweat like us? Or like us humans? Yummy, 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 I got something in my tummy. Delicious, delicious foods.
Okay. Don't know if I can quite mark that one yellow yet, but almost there. And then this one. I need to do a little bit of cleanup, but that's still. I need to probably have his hands better slap like around it, and then probably a little bit more cleanup than the other thing. But and then we still got to figure out how to end it. But these shots, I think the most time right now I need to put into is just trying to figure out the ground. If I want to improve it, I feel like I need to in some way at least to make it match in detail. If she's one level of detail and the ground is a such significantly lower one, it just makes it look like a game from 2005. Some food qualities are different at different sub shops, so whatever sub shop you like is where you like the food products the most. Yes, well, I mean, if you go somewhere and you're like, wow, this is pretty tasty, then you're probably going to go back there, whether it's crap food at Subway or not.
I do like Smash Burger, and we didn't have those back in Kentucky, but like Smash Burger is pretty good. Smash
Burger restaurant?
Yeah.
I feel like Smash Burger's fine, but I'd rather go to like Five Guys or something.
Smash Burger.
Smash Burger just to me it was kind of like In-N-Out Burger.
No, exact opposite.
In-N-Out Burger is definitely lower on that scale.
Way lower.
But Smash Burger, I don't know. Maybe it was just it's been a long time since I've been there. But last time I was there, it was like.
I will admit the bread, the buns at Smash Burger aren't the best.
That might be what it was. I really like the bread at Five Guys. It's a big meaty mess that they give you, but it's good.
Well, they soak up the grease.
And grease is the flavor.
Yeah.
I thought fat was your favorite.
No, it's good.
You're like when you get a steak, it can be 80% fat, and you're just eat it up.
That's why Culver's is great too, because they just got the butter buns. But
Butter buns.
The most disappointing burger I've ever had in my life, by far, was In-N-Out, because it was so hyped up.
It was the hyping that killed it for me. Yes.
Yes.
Like people say go to Whataburger, and I didn't think Whataburger was that special, but they didn't really hype it up the same. In-N-Out was like religious.
The bun was tasteless and stale.
The bun was dry. The cheese felt like as copy pasted, pre-produced as possible. The fries were okay, but they didn't. Everything just felt like I was eating a Barbie meal.
Yeah, and it did. It felt very plastic.
Yeah, plastic. It just felt fake.
And then what's the cool, fun thing you can do? Smother Thousand Island dressing all over.
Yeah, I can do that myself.
Doesn't sound good.
Yeah, if Kermit the Frog wants to puke on my sandwich, I can go do that at home.
Yeah, it's bad.
It doesn't make any sense.
There's a reason it hasn't gotten off the West Coast.
We're gonna go. Ooh, wow. Retro's playing that's my internet. He's on BRB right now.
He's like a hardcore.
He's playing
burger fan. Sorry,
something else, but
it's
is
nasty.
Aurora on there? I want to check to see what people are doing first. No, I don't want to. Wow, look at okay, that's stupid. It's for fiber. Though I will say, like, our internet's way better on Quantum than it was on Comcast. I've had like zero. I don't think we've had a single drop.
Nope. Nothing's switching.
No, and it's cheaper, so that's also a thing. Because everything else got more expensive, and at least our internet went down.
I guess you're fairly off the coast. In-N-Out burgers in Utah.
What are they doing?
Lifeguard Pony.
What do they want? They're
just watching. They're reacting. They're doing reaction videos.
They're doing reactions.
Look at that horse reacting.
I don't know about. Yeah, I'm not a fan of reaction content though. Dungeons of Eternity. Oh, he's doing more VR stuff.
Oh, that's always one.
And then switches. Yeah, and switches AFK right now. So, okay. Well, we'll head over. Well, you know what? Actually, we'll still go to AFK. Last time I went to Code Weaver, he wasn't even paying attention. So, we will go. I think we'll go to Switch, and you get Bear.
Hey, Bear.
And we'll be back on Friday. Oh no, actually, probably doing Thursday. Kyle did confirm today that he should be good. So I think we're doing Thursday Baldur's Gate because Kyle's not available Sunday. So
we're finally going to get closer to finishing it.
Yes.
Bye bye.
Might get it finished sometime by this year, maybe.
Maybe this year.
Yeah, so I got to figure out a game for Sunday then, so. But see, so goodbye, Jay, Sunset, Bite, February, Wobble Master, Nolan, bye-bye. And thank you for the cheers, Nolan, for the 100 bits, and thank you to Sunset for moderating, and Alex too. We'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye, y'all. Come back next time. Yeehaw.